smoke of the president and GOP House leaders. 6 Republicans joined all but 1 Democrat in favor of a resolution to terminate the president's use of a national emergency to put punitive trade measures on Canadian goods. The resolution stands a good chance of passage in the Senate. However, it's unlikely to become law since it would take 2/3 majorities in both chambers to overcome an expected White House veto. Greg Clugston, Washington.
A Ukrainian athlete has been disqualified from competition in the Winter Olympics. It's because his helmet includes images of Ukrainian athletes killed in the Russian invasion. Ukrainian skeleton racer Vladislav Haraskevich refused a request to wear different head protection.
International Olympic Committee spokesperson Mark Adams says the IOC wants Haraskevich to have his moment, and it feels his grief over the war in Ukraine.
There are 130 conflicts going on in the world. We cannot have 130 different conflicts featured, however terrible they are. You cannot have them featured during the field of play, during the actual competition.
Haraskevich says the IOC's decision plays along with Russian propaganda.
Correspondent Donna Warder says it was another night of Russian drone and missile strikes on Ukrainian cities, including the capital, Kiev. A glove figures prominently on this day 12 of the search for Nancy Guthrie. Found about a mile from her home, authorities are analyzing it. Was it worn by an armed man who was seen in surveillance video on the night that Nancy Guthrie disappeared? On Wall Street, ahead of this morning's opening bell, the Dow futures up 159 points. NASDAQ futures ahead 98 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too.
It's true. Millions of Americans agree with President Trump, and they're switching to Newsmax. They're watching great shows with Greta, Carl Higbie, Rob Schmidt, Finnerty, and more. If you're tired of big media, start watching Newsmax. It's free to start. Go to NewsmaxPlus.com for immediate access. Get all of President Trump's most important events live. Imagine watching Mike Huckabee's Israel Report, our Melania documentary, Clint Eastwood, Charlie Kirk specials, even the movie Jesus of Nazareth by Franco Zeffirelli. Once you start Newsmax Plus, you won't stop. So try it for free. Go to NewsmaxPlus.com, then download the app. It's easy. So make the switch to Newsmax Plus today.
A strike snarls air travel in Germany and beyond.
The walkouts affecting Lufthansa, Germany's biggest airline and flag carrier. The industrial action's been called by unions representing cabin crew and pilots in disputes over employee protections and pensions. The strike is due to last for the whole of Thursday. No figures have been given about exactly how many flights might be delayed or cancelled. But Berlin, Frankfurt and Munich airports are all warning of potential disruption. The strike is being held as Munich gets ready to host its prestigious annual security conference, attended by world defence and business leaders.
The BBC's not a topic. Dictatorship and repression, that's the family business, and they want to keep it going. South Korea's spy agency says it believes the teen daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is close to being designated the country's future leader. News and analysis at townhall.com. How are those cholesterol numbers?
Scientists are testing an entirely new way to fight heart disease, whether gene editing might offer a one-time fix for high cholesterol. It's very early-stage research that has been tried on only a few people so far, but gene editing approaches being developed by 2 companies show hints that switching off certain genes could dramatically reduce artery-clogging cholesterol. Cardiovascular disease is the nation's and the world's leading killer. For now, more research is still needed. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Trouble could be on the horizon, something that budget hawks have been warning of for a long time. The Congressional Budget Office projects worsening federal deficits and rising debt over the coming decade. The skyrocketing debt driven by increased spending on Social Security, Medicare, and debt service payments. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the penultimate day of the week.
It's going to be a warm one today.
Yeah, started off, I'm seeing blue in the sky now, but there was some rain clouds gathering, and you could really smell it in the air, too.
Yeah, today we're not so much rain. Tomorrow, though, it's on.
Now, there were drops on my windshield, so, I mean, there has to be...
on my windshield.
Has to be a little something out there.
But, yeah, today we're supposed to be mid-70s, mostly sunny, 75 today.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I will take it.
But tomorrow, we're looking at a 60% chance of rain. And tomorrow night, 70% chance of rain. Yeah. They're saying we could get between a tenth and a quarter inch of rain tomorrow.
All right.
During the day.
Bring it on. Still no.
67 tomorrow. So it's still a little warm. I mean, it's not 75 warm, but 67 in February.
67 and a few clouds in the sky. I'll take that every day. All day, every day. Twice on Sunday.
Yeah. But happy Thursday. Yes. Enjoy your 70s today. And rain tomorrow. So bring an umbrella.
Yep.
Something I was going to mention, it just went right out of my head. I can't remember what it was.
That's like every morning for me.
Just went,
feels like.
In one end, just, oh yeah, and then just went out of my head the other. So.
Yeah. It's,
oh, well.
It's one of those like weird, limbo days, because as of yesterday, we have officially entered the 1 week zone.
Oh, yeah, to Vegas.
And Las Vegas. I like to call it lost wages.
You guys are going to fly out of Albuquerque, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's definitely...
Are you looking forward to getting on a plane?
I am. I'm trepidatious.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, but, also just the idea of... I haven't been off the ground since 2001.
Yeah.
So...
Do they make you wear a mask now on the plane, or do you get to not to?
No, I don't think you have to.
Okay. I didn't know if you had to wear a mask.
You're welcome to.
Yeah.
Not like a scream mask? No. Don't wear that.
And I'm not like a mask guy per se, but if there's any place you might want to wear one, plane might not be a bad place. I mean, you're in a little pill full of disease.
Yeah. A hollow metal tube with wings on it under the command of a guy named Bob.
Just circulating disease around and around and around in there. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, not a bad place.
Well, if it gets, too stuffy in there, I'll just open a window.
There you go.
It's fine. That's how that works, right?
Yes. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. You going to try to make a trip to the bathroom just to say you did?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to.
It's tiny in there.
Right.
Very tiny.
Well, the last time, the last flight I actually had was 17 hours. So trust me, I explored every nook and cranny of that plane.
Yeah. Yeah. We had one break when I was in the military. We flew, weirdly enough, a civilian aircraft to Kuwait. Mm-hmm. Tower Air. The only reason I remember that is because from the movie Liar, Liar.
Oh,
the only time I've seen Tower Air on a plane. But we were and it got broke. The toilet got broke. I don't remember how it got broke, but we were all very drunk. That's all I remember. It was us coming back from Kuwait, actually.
There's a comedian. He's got this bit. He says, one way to know if you've been overserved on a plane is to announce that you're going to go to a part of the plane that does not exist. He said, I stood up and announced to really nobody around me, I want to go to the bar.
Well, I'm not proud or, well, it was fun. But,
well, that you remember it tells me you weren't drunk enough.
No, that's the problem. That's it. I remember the event. I don't remember events at the event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember flying. I remember drinking. I remember the copious amounts of stories I was told afterwards. None of them do I have a remembrance of. Like apparently, we were on a 747. It had an upstairs, and that's where the general was. And apparently me and another dude went up there and ate up the general's cookies. I don't remember any of that. Yeah, there was singing. I remember, like the airplane chairs had a little duvet cover over the back of it.
Right.
That was on my head.
Wow.
I remember singing "We Are the Champions."
Over the PA system, weirdly.
I remember one thing where me and my friend went to where the stewardess station was.
Oh my gosh.
To get a beverage.
Oh. So you literally went to the bar.
Oh yeah, I was wasted.
That I'm amazed you weren't dishonorably discharged for stuff like that.
It was a crazy night.
Shenanigans.
It was the military. It was a crazy night, and there was other people. When you party with officers, you tend to not get in trouble. Apparently, that's what I was doing.
There you go. I feel like some favors were called in the next day, you know?
But I remember distinctly this 1 minute. This one I do remember. I remember going to get another bottle of booze. And I think I told him, I said, give me some vodka. It's like, I'm out of vodka. Give me some gin. I'm out of gin. I think I said, well, give me something that's got alcohol in it, a little bottle. And so he hands me, I think, some whiskey or something.
Rumplemints.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. And I remember handing him a 20. And he gives me like a handful of change. And I remember sitting there for a good 5 minutes. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this pile of change in my hands. I'm looking at my buddy. I'm looking at the dude. Looking at the change. I did this for a good 5 minutes. And I looked at my friend and I said, this blank is cheating me. And everybody laughed and he handed me my $20 back and I drank free the rest of the night.
Oh, wow.
Which was
it's
part
dangerous.
of my problem here. And I distinctly remember I would not drink out of little bottles, but they fed us a meal right before the drinking began. And I had a little brown, almost camp cup like you get, like in a. And so I was carrying that with me, and I'd pour every little bottle.
Oh, that's great. You were pouring yourself up.
Oh, I must have drank 30 of them little bottles. Like I said, I've never, ever, that's by far the most intoxicated I've ever been in my life. Like I remember, because we were on the plane for like 20 hours. So I literally got drunk. So, I mean, it was the whole cycle.
You had a chance, you had a chance to clear up and then go back in.
Well, at some point I passed out in a chair. I was in a different section. I have no idea. But I remember waking up and one of the pilots goes, dude, you okay? I'm like, yeah. Why?
I'm sorry. My response would be, why are you here?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be up there?
I was like, yes, sir, I'm fine. Why? And he's like, dude. And I was like, why does this guy call me dude? And I was like, wow. And so, yeah. And then once I remember getting off the plane and I still reeked of vomit. I think I had stains on my pants or something. And I remember getting off the plane and there's like a whole bunch of people cheering you and just like, I was like, go away. Right? They're just like,
oh, that's great.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was coming back from Kuwait.
That's wow. I don't think we'll be doing any of that.
Yeah. That was by far the craziest thing on a plane.
This is going to be a very not muted or subdued trip by any stretch because we're going to do some crazy stuff, but we're going with one person who has been sober for the past couple of years. So we're doing our best to abstain from a lot of that.
Well, good.
There will still be, a cocktail or two. We want to go to a speakeasy, but we're going to do our best to just enjoy Vegas for what it is.
That was 20-something, Mike, not 50-something.
Yeah,
50-something, Mike. 50-something, Mike.
Yeah, that's the other thing is we're all in our 40s. I don't think we can.
I'll eat my little bag of pretzels and pass out on the way. That's what's going to happen now. But yeah, but this is a different time. So, let me give you the rundown.
Oh, yes.
We do have a full slate for you for today's show. We are going to replay an interview this hour. Pastor Troy Smotherman with Church on the Move joined us earlier this week to talk about their Joy of Marriage Conference, which is happening coming up here through the 19th, I believe. But we had a great conversation with Pastor Troy about it. We'll play that for you here in just a few minutes. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 or so, we're going to have the folks from Food Not Bombs and also the Wellness Wagon joining us. It'll be Ernie Montoya with Food Not Bombs and Aaron Aceto, I believe I'm saying that correctly, with the Wellness Wagon. And they're going to be actually at Westminster Presbyterian Church. Of course, Food Not Bombs is always there now at the Warming Center, but they're going to have Workforce Solutions there tomorrow for a big hiring/job workshop event. Mm-hmm. And then on Saturday, the Wellness Wagon is going to be, actually on Saturday, they're going to be at Westminster. On Sunday, they're going to be at Salvation Army, right, offering wellness checks and minor repairs, I guess you could say, or health ailments for your pets and things, mm-hmm, vaccinations, all that kind of stuff.
Which brings me to a little gripe. You and I both respect a pun far too much for you to walk over Wellness Wagon 3 times and not reference the fact that it's spelled W-A-G-G-I-N.
It is, Joe. Yes, it's wagon, yes, like wagging your tail.
Just saying, respect the pun, sir. Yeah. Respect the pun.
Wagon with the
that's
pun,
right.
At the end.
It's
no
wagon,
G.
yeah, they dropped the G.
No G with an N.
Okay. This is an obscure reference, but years ago on Adult Swim, they ran this, like, you know how Adult Swim, like at 3 a.m., they always run like, well, if you've ever been up at this time, they run just like weird, like alternative programming.
Yeah.
Well, this was like a infomercial for like a public speaker or like an inspirational speaker or whatever.
Right.
And one of his courses was dropping the G, and talking about how you can make yourself more appealing in conversation or with people if you drop the G. You drop off the G on the end. So instead of saying hanging,
yeah,
we're hanging.
Hanging.
Yeah, drop the G. And they had this whole like Super Bowl shuffle style rap at the end about dropping the G.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then if you really want to cool it up, instead of saying going, saying gonna.
Gonna, yeah. oh, you want to take it a step further?
Yeah.
Finna.
Finna and gonna.
Finna's like one of my favorite shortenings of 2 words.
Yeah, and that one I get because depending on where you're from, that's a different word altogether. Because there's the South fixin' with the X.
Yep.
But then you get in like, and I always hear it in like Atlanta.
Fittin'
with the T's.
Yep.
Yeah, fittin' to. And so.
Yeah, I'm Oklahoma South, so we were always fixing to.
Yeah, but like, and mostly it's like Georgia, Carolina, like that East Coast. That's where I hear the T a lot. Fitting to do things. I mean, I'm not saying it's exclusive to that area. I just noticed that there.
It's one of those, you don't really pick up on certain like turns of phrase from different parts of the country until you hear them like used in conversation. Like I've been watching this guy who's from like Pittsburgh and
you say Ewins?
He drops yins so
I hate that.
much.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
He's like yins and yins others. I'm like, okay, settle down.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're doing it on purpose.
I think he does. Yeah, I think they do too. Ewins.
Like it doesn't even work.
That's how they say it, though.
I know. It shouldn't.
And then right there in Jersey, there's that use guys.
Yeah.
There's the Ewins and use guys, the guys, and there. It's all weird right in there. I'm in y'all. I'm in category. I fell in y'all category.
In y'all, yep.
That's where you say Southern Maryland's y'all people.
Yeah.
Baltimore, different story.
Oh, I'd imagine.
But down
in
our
a
way.
lot of cases.
Yeah, down our way, it's y'all.
Y'all.
All right, it is 7:08. Oh, I forgot to mention.
I'm
9
sorry,
o'clock
I completely took you off the rails.
9 o'clock hour, we're going to have the folks from the Historical Society join us here. I believe it'll be John LeMay, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So, and then we'll have all of your newses of the local, national, variety, Wall Street business updates, et cetera, so forth, so on, and that.
So forth.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you're gonna go, but you're gonna go on the old strip and try to find like a $2 steak, right?
Well, we were planning on doing a few things on Fremont.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's technically...
The old strip's great.
Yeah,
I love the old strip. That's Fremont.
Fremont they've stepped it up with the Fremont experience.
Yeah.
It's really like there's a lot more new there than old.
Yeah.
That is where the Four Queens and the Nugget.
Gold Nugget, yeah.
And things like that. But there's an off strip section. Like there's
that's where the guess
strip,
my number game is.
There's off strip, or there's old strip, and then there's off strip, and that's where you find like the $4.99 steak and egg special.
Yeah. Have you ever had In-N-Out Burger?
We did actually.
Those are good because there's one in Vegas there, and I recommend. If you never had it, try it.
I'm going to tell you, underwhelmed.
I like Five Guys better. Sorry,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I never liked the animal style, honestly. Like the stuff they put on it, not my thing.
I do dig thinner fries like they have.
Now I will say that they do have something that most places don't, which is the tomato style, where you can get your slices of tomatoes for buns.
Never going to happen with me.
I know you're not a tomato guy, but if you're keto and you're looking for a way, that's
only weird Californians do things like that. Tomato is bread.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was underwhelmed.
It's all right. It was. I much prefer a Five Guys burger.
There's a couple of like weird foods that we want to find. Our friend Pam, we
Did you say Pan or Pam?
I can help you on this, Pam. We've been posting all these videos in our chat group, and one of them, this was from like weeks ago, was there's a place that sells pizza cones.
Okay,
it's like a pizza, but like in cone shaped. And she has since become obsessed with these. She's like, "We're gonna go to the pizza cones, right, guys? We're gonna have pizza cones, right? Yes, we're gonna get pizza cones." Pam, calm down.
What?
That's what's one.
I like a person who knows what they want.
She found one. Yeah, she found her place.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Well, I hope your quest for pizza. Do you know where they're at on the strip?
We have the video. We'll find it.
Well, the video. The guy go to it. The guy diners drive-in and dive.
Right. I don't think he did the pizza cone thing, but we'll track it down.
No, I wonder if that Maryland crab place I saw many years ago on like Food Channel still there.
I'm pretty sure it is still there. There's.
Because I know that's weird, but I'm like, I'm going to go all the way to Vegas to eat crabs from Maryland.
Speaking of, we've got a couple of places here in town that are breaking into that game.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I know.
It's a good try.
It's a good way to scratch the itch at least.
Exactly. So till I get the real McCoy. All right, 7:22. Let's get the hour going. We're going to do weather, quick break, and then play our interview with Pastor Troy. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking nice today, but we have rain on the way by tomorrow. Big storm system moving out of the desert southwest. Sunshine and low 70s for today's high. Overnight, some clouds and mid-40s. It looks like we'll have a pretty good chance of showers most of the day on Friday. Mid-60s on the high. Rain on Friday night. A few lingering showers Saturday. Sunny Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Accelerate your expectations at Roswell Nissan with double your down payment, up to $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 25 Muranos and 26 Rogues and Muranos. How about $3,000 bonus cash on all 25 Altimas? And with double your down payment on the pre-owned lot, you'll save like never before. And in service, take 15% off parts sold at counter. Accelerate your expectations all month long at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
When you need tough, reliable equipment that gets the job done right, turn to your local Kubota experts. Amigo Machinery in Roswell is proud to be your hometown Kubota dealer, offering a full line of tractors, mowers, and construction equipment, plus genuine parts and expert service and advice. Locally owned and operated, and here for you. Stop by Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell, or call us at 575-624-2026. Amigo Machinery, your trusted local Kubota dealer for all of Southeast New Mexico.
Artesia General Hospital presents Healthy Living Tips for the fall and winter seasons. As the days get shorter and the temperatures drop, keeping your family healthy takes a little extra planning. Start with the basics. Wash your hands often, especially after being out in public. And don't forget your flu shot. It's one of the best ways to prevent serious illness during fall and winter. Holiday gatherings are coming too. Enjoy the season without overdoing it. Choose vegetables and lean proteins first, then savor those festive treats in moderation. And with heaters running around the clock, your skin can dry out fast. Use a good moisturizer, drink lots of water, and consider adding a humidifier at home to keep everyone comfortable. Simple habits can make a big difference. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call? when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
That was the name I was thinking. Joining us in studio this morning.
I'm not Rico Suave.
No, but he knows a guy.
I know the guy who was Rico Suave.
But Pastor Troy Smotherman joining us this morning for Church on the Move. Good morning, Troy. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, Mike. Good to be with you
good
this
to see
morning.
You.
And
good seeing
hello
you.
to everybody out there in Radio Land.
Yeah, it's good to see you. How's the church family doing? And
church family's doing
seems like everything's
well.
been going well. And I know, particularly with the cold and everything, I know you guys have been stepping up and reaching out to the flock, so to speak, and making sure everyone's taken care of. And
to our people, then also to some of the other organizations in town that house the homeless or give out sleeping bags,
Yeah, I know you guys
been
been
providing those for them and paying for those and letting them distribute those, and just partnerships with people here in town that are helping people on the street. And, we're making sure our people have their heaters on.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, and this is those times when we're blessed to have, and this is what you do. You help others that are in need at those times, and that's what you guys do. So.
Well, how that works, Mike, is exactly opposite what people think. People think that you get it and then you give it.
Yeah.
But really, what you do is you begin to give, and then God begins to give to you.
Sure.
Because He knows that you'll give.
Mm-hmm.
And so He blesses generous givers.
Absolutely.
And so our church doesn't have, multimillionaires giving any money. We don't have that. But we have a lot of people that give, but He does something. It's really supernatural. When you're a giver, He just starts blessing, and that's how we're able to do that. A lot of people say, that's the rich church. No, we are. We're rich in giving. And because we're rich in giving, God keeps supplying our needs so we can bless others.
You pay back tenfold. You really do. But this is what I love so much about it is help is help.
Yeah.
And sometimes help is making someone a sandwich, and that's it.
It is.
And that's all it is too.
Sometimes it's a hug. Sometimes it's helping them, get the water out of their house when it floods. Sometimes it's just, holding their, letting them cry on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Just a word of encouragement, a smile.
Yeah.
I always encourage people to smile more.
You know what?
People look so sad or mad.
It's hard to be in an argument when you're smiling, just saying.
It is. It is.
Which kind of segues to what we're kind of doing here with, one thing, and I'm going to say this year is going to be a little bit different than the previous years, just because of the world we live in now. But Joy of the Marriage conference, seminar, the whole program, lifestyle, really, it's more than just a program, is something a bit you and your wife's passion project, I think, probably since you started ministry, and I'm certainly since you and your wife together have been in ministry. This has been something, and your wife's, this was really her heart, her what got her up in the mornings to live her day was the Joy of Marriage program, lifestyle seminar conference here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She kind of, two things, she had a great love for the women of our church to minister to women. And on top of that was her great love to minister to marriages, and to help them, because we didn't have a perfect marriage. There's no such thing, right? But the reason we
and anybody that says that, they're lying.
Yeah, they're lying. They're not telling the truth. But we had a joyful marriage.
Sure.
And that's why we call it the joy of marriage, because we had so much joy in our friendship, in our intimacy, in our walk together as Christians. I mean, at every level, friendship, man, we had such a joy. And we raised our children with that joy in our home, because they saw how much we loved God and loved each other. And this was really her heart, was to see, she wants to see everybody have what we had. And it's not just, it is supernatural. It is a gift from God, but you have to do some work in this.
Sure.
And that's what we do at Joy Marriage Conferences. We give people opportunities to grow. If you have a terrible marriage, will help you. If you do the work, God will help you pull out of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you have a great marriage, you'll go to greater.
Well, it all starts with investment, and if you're not fully diving in with both feet, then you're not doing it correctly, and that's marriage. And if you're not willing, that there is a reason why, a lot of times, particularly when you go through a religion or a faith-based organization, they put prerequisites on you before they just up and marry you. They want to talk to you. They want to know. They want you to be fully aware of what you're committing to here. And not all of us take those seriously sometimes, and then we learn the hard way. And then that's what this conference really is it's about that, regardless whether you've been married a week or 30 years, you're going to find tools, helpful resources, new perspectives on marriage and how to navigate marriage and how to become, it's two brains becoming one soul is really what marriage is. And so it's a lot to navigate there, you know what I mean?
It's not like, your biological family, your children are biological. Your parents and your brothers and sisters are biological.
Yeah.
Who you marry is the deepest relationship you'll ever have, and you're not related.
You picked it.
Yeah, you weren't raised in the same home. You're not related. Yes, it had to be a choice.
Yeah.
And so it's different. It's the relationship that God has built everything on, family, culture, government, you name it, church.
Sure.
It's built on marriage. And so it's vital, and that's why it's been under such attack in the last years. I mean, just, the last 40, 50 years,
Sure.
It's just been under major attack because our mutual enemy, knows if he can destroy marriage, it's the foundation.
It's the core of the nucleus of all that it is.
Yeah, that God intended. And so we want to build it up. So we try to have a conference here locally, and we invite everybody from, it doesn't matter what church you go to.
Yeah.
We aren't trying to pursue anybody's church membership, but we know that people need to make an investment like you talked about. And so we don't care what church you go to. If you're married, legally married,
sure,
you can sign up for this conference and attend it. It's really, we have a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah, this is really. It's going to put, by design, put you out your comfort zone a little bit, but it's also going to invest in the joy. That's the joy of marriage. So we're going to do it with entertainment and dinner and in scenarios that are places you want to be in, not in places that seem like you're in school or in in therapy.
No, it's not like that. We have so much fun. It's our 21st year. It's $155, and you can register at cotmroswell.com. The doors open at 6 p.m. on that's Thursday night, the 19th. So we have Thursday night, then we have Friday morning, Friday night, and then we have Saturday morning till noon. And so that's the times. And Friday night's a date night. We have tables for two.
Gotcha.
You sit down. We're serving barbecue.
All right.
And so we have a couple in our church, David and Ned Aguilar, they make incredible. They've won competitions with their barbecue.
Ooh.
So they're making the pulled pork and the brisket, and we're adding all the sides. And
Nice.
so for $155, you get all of that,
And you can get a
including
little
comedian.
saucy. Get a little saucy because you got to, make sure your partner's got their, sauced up. So a little intimate time.
Yeah.
together.
And you get to enjoy that. And then we have a comedian that Acantendo is his name.
Okay.
He's incredibly funny. He's traveled. He's done it all. Acantendo's done it all. You
Nice.
name the comedy spot. You name the place. You name the program, the show. He's done it. He's written for so many shows.
Okay. So it sounds like he's those guys that, he's but like then you look behind the scenes of like some super dude and this guy's the guy holding him up kind of thing.
He does a ton of that, but he's hilarious. He's done this whole comedy circuit.
Gotcha.
And then he became a Christian. And so now he does, clean Christian comedy.
And probably a married man that's probably
he's married, got
very
children.
experienced in
Great
many
wife,
of the same
Unessa.
issues that you as a married couple experience from time to time, and that's the best time is when you can, because that's the fun of a lot of these conferences is because at the end of the day, you're going to find out all the other couples kind of have the same problems you do. You know what I mean? The same.
Yes.
I mean, it comes from a slightly different angle, but it's coming from the same id. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're all in this together. I always say that. You're exactly right, Mike.
Yeah.
Communication or intimacy issues or friendship issues, or it's the same stuff. We're men and women.
Sure.
Absolutely. And so we have some common things as men and common things as women.
Our brains as women are wired a certain way and think a certain way, and same with men. It's just God's plan. It's the DNA. It's the way the roadmap's placed, folks. It's just how it works.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching a TikTok. People send me stuff. I don't have TikTok, but they send me stuff. And I was watching a guy. They're asking him questions like, what happened in the Battle of the Bulge? What date was it? What took place? Who was on? And he's naming. Have you seen this one? He's naming answering all these serious history questions with specifics. Then they said, by the way, what's your wife's birthday and what's your anniversary? He just sits there like he's talking all this history and all this sports stuff.
Yeah, that's
hilarious. That's the difference how we're wired right there.
Yep, it's the whole. If you ever remember the old show, Everybody Loves Raymond. It's the whole scene where the wedding tape and Ray tapes the football game over the wedding tape. That's the guy id versus the woman into a T right there.
Oh man, that show is so funny. That one and the one with James. He's a UPS driver.
Oh, King of Queens.
King of Queens. Their interaction is hilarious.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Now, at this conference, though, you mentioned Rico Suave at the beginning.
Yeah.
The reason he mentioned that is because Geraldo Mejia and his wife, Kathy, are coming, and he put out the famous song, Rico Suave.
He was internationally known for a minute there as Rico Suave.
And so he's a Christian, and he's coming, and they're going to speak on marriage, as well as Akintendo and his wife, Unessa. And Tanya and Lee Wilson from Texas.
Okay. Was he from Puerto Rico?
I think he is.
Rico Suave? I think it's Puerto Rico. Yeah, I was trying.
I think he is.
Because, I remember the Rico, but there was a whole lot of fast Spanish in between there, and I didn't know any of that. I think he's from Puerto Rico.
But I remember the song, too.
Yeah.
It was really famous.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's coming down. He doesn't look anything like
I imagine he's not Rico Suave
that
anymore.
80s, 90s look. No, he doesn't have that look at all, man. But he's we're really excited to host him. And
awesome.
We also have Clinton Allen, a worship pastor in Dallas and founder of Clinton, is a worship pastor and songwriter and founder of Creative Curating. He's a consultant and a coach, and he's an incredible singer. We had his wife in to come and speak at one of our women's conferences, and we got to know them, and so we invited him to come, and so he's going to help be singing with our praise and worship team.
Nice.
So we're going to have a blast. We're going to have such a great night.
And what I love about some of these performers, because they're entertainers, they live a unique married lifestyle, and so they probably have unique problems and unique experiences that they share with you at some of their when they're not singing, then they're kind of talking and visiting with you a little bit.
Oh, they tell me all kinds of stories. They tell me, and Akintendo's personal journey to Jesus is incredible.
Yeah.
It's an incredible ride. I wish he could share it, but we don't have. We're doing something else. We're talking about
this
marriage,
is why you come to the conference, and you come and we're hitting you with the. But if you want the meat of the source, you gotta come and join us and be a part of it.
And they'll be here. And our scripture this year is Mark 10:9. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate.
There you go.
And because God holds marriage sacred, and whether you've made mistakes, whether you've sinned, whether you've hurt each other, if you're still together, and and you want to, fix some of those issues, we can't fix everything, but this is definitely a launching point for those kind of marriages. But it's not just for that.
Absolutely.
If you have a great marriage like you and your wife do, it's a great time.
Absolutely.
And it's a time to build on that. And a lot of times with Julie and I, just be reminders like, hey, we've kind of slacked up on that, And
it's so easy to do as life gets busy and everything. And unfortunately, because it's just, I think, mostly second nature for most of us, that, our biggest rock on the planet, when times get tough, we're the ones they ignore the most the first. Because well, they're fine. I got to focus on this. And then enough of that, you're like, they're not fine. And that's,
exactly.
And it's not anything from an evil place or a dark place. It's just sometimes life makes us forget the things that get important to us sometimes because we get so wrapped up in the minutia of whatever's going on in that day. And so things like this remind us, no, this is your rock. You can't do any of that without this being here with you. Your partner in life here. That's what it's about. And so that's why I think events like this and I do want to mention this to you because this is, what you and your wife, what you've gone through and the loss you have, and I know this really is kind of your wife's legacy. It really is, and so
the Inspire Women's Conference.
It kind of humbles me to see that you are determined to keep this going and to keep it going. Where I'm going to take a stab that you're probably not feeling, being missing your better half. It's hard to focus on this kind of stuff.
Well, Mike, it's not hard to focus on it. It's hard to be there.
Sure.
It's hard to be at the actual event without her because now I don't have my wife,
right?
My beautiful wife, and so I'm still going to speak some at this. I'll do an interview with that group on Saturday, and we'll just take questions.
Sure.
And, talk about subjects, just kind of. Take on subjects that haven't been covered.
But I just admire that, I think I just tipped the cap. I just think it was, I know you're doing it because it's so important to your wife, but also, that, the benefit that this has. And this, if you want to make, at the end of the day, you want to fix the world and fix the foundation and fix people, it starts with family. It starts with home. It starts with the nucleus. And if you can't get the nucleus right, none of the rest is going to come out right either.
Yeah, if you accept Jesus Christ as the Lord of your life, both of you.
Yeah.
Then you have what you were talking about, a foundation to work on and to build on, and that's what kept Julie and I together when we didn't like each other for a long time.
Sure.
And we always said we had 34 years of we were married 34 years, but we had 32 great years, joyful years, because the first two were rough. We were selfish and immature and had to work through all that. But we never, ever thought about divorcing.
Every lengthy marriage has that. It may not be the first. It may be the middle ones. It may be it's just where life takes you. And and obviously as people get older in life and desires and changes want in life, sometimes that doesn't jive with the marriage either. And that's why, the midlife crisis and the dude buying the Ferrari at 45, all those things impact marriage.
They do, and part of, having a joyful marriage is growing together.
Yeah.
And how you do that. And Julie, I always talked about this, and I always shared this with Julie as we were married and as we got older with my children, that, man, you have to have three parts of that marriage. One, you have to have a physical intimacy life that is satisfying to both people. Number two, you have to have a great friendship. You have to build on something you have in common.
Yeah.
With Julie and I, it was Jesus, family, and sports. We're big sports, Oklahoma University and the Celtics. And,
so it only works when you like the same team.
Yeah, and pretty much that's all. And we didn't play golf. We didn't do, not that there's anything wrong with that, but we didn't build our friendship on separate things.
Gotcha.
Like, I go do this and she does that.
Right.
That's not that we didn't. She didn't go. Do things that I didn't go do things.
Well, there's always
we didn't build our life on those things. Those weren't habits. Those weren't hobbies. And then, of course, the deepest part is the spiritual part. You have to be equally yoked, and so that's the thing that I like to minister to and encourage in people. And Mike, it all starts with you and I, men. Starts with the men leading the way spiritually, and and developing that friendship with your wife. Julie and I. Some of our greatest joys were involved all three of those, and we just had a great friendship that we built together, and we weren't roommates either, though. It didn't become roommates.
Right.
And so God intended us to be intimate and within the confines of marriage. And he's like, you need to enjoy this.
Sure.
I made it to enjoy.
Absolutely.
But, it has to be in the confines of marriage between a man and a woman. And so anyway, we just figured out, we read books, we sought counsel on all those subjects and learned. So we just really determined we wanted a great marriage.
Yeah. And that's a
joyful one.
And that's really, if you go in with that mindset, and I think love is love. And you got to have the love, and without the love, none of it works.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, once you know the love is there, you gotta
you gotta know each other. You gotta learn everything. And I know it takes time. And you're gonna and guess what? You're gonna the day you're on each other's deathbed, you're still learning about each other. You really are. But that being said, it's just something that you if you're not willing to invest it from the beginning and not be prepared for the long haul, then you're set up for fail. We live in a world where divorce is just they're using it as a tool, but like, well, it's already on the table before you even started. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, I feel like that is, and look, I'm not trying to get into lawyers and prenups and all that. Everyone do their thing and how they best do their thing. Yeah. But that being said, I feel like everyone gets married nowadays thinking that they're not in for the long haul. They're thinking, if I have a 20-year run, I did pretty good. No, you didn't. You failed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, to me, with Julie and I, and unfortunately I experienced that. I believe way too young for her.
Yeah.
It's to death do us part, you know, and we were going to love each other through everything and anything.
Sure.
And that foundation of Jesus's love for us and our love for each other. And then, like I talked about, just our friendship. We just had we determined, she was a Lakers fan, Mike. I'm a Celtics fan.
Ooh, that's as bad as me and my wife, Cowboys, Redskins.
There you go. It is. It's just as bad. Yeah. And she gave up the Lakers to become a Celtics fan. And I wasn't a big Oklahoma University fan. I was more of a Redskins fan.
Sure.
And I liked Ohio State. In college, I liked their team. I always liked their team. I liked the Buckeyes, and so I gave up the Buckeyes, and I dove in head first OU, and she dove in head first Celtics. And so those are the kind of compromises that we did as friends.
Sure.
And I know a lot of couples like you guys, Dallas Redskins,
yeah,
and they enjoy that. They enjoy the camaraderie.
Yeah, we have fun with it.
And we could have done that, but we just wanted to be on each other's team.
Sure.
Because, unfortunately, I talked better trash than she did. She didn't like it.
Yeah.
So she learned, but she didn't like it.
I understand that, because at some point you're like, that was fun, and then now everybody hates me. It doesn't win.
Yeah. And so we just decided, that we were going to jump in with both feet, and that we traveled, and part of our vacation was going to games.
That's great.
Following our teams.
Enjoying the experience.
Yeah, we go to great cities, and look at the city and go to everything and experience museums and different things to see. And then we'd go watch a game.
Go watch a game and cap
So we've
it
been
off.
to the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl. We've been to all kinds of things.
That's awesome.
The OU, the World Series in softball. We've been to that a couple of times to watch them win it all. And so, we just did that, and we had a blast.
That's
doing
great.
Those things.
That's great.
We had a blast.
But that's marriage. That's you find your thing, and whatever it is, you do your thing. And if it's road tripping to sports things, or antiquing, or whatever it is, or camping or something like that, that's what you got to find somebody that you like doing those things with. And if you don't like doing those things together, then maybe you didn't pick the right partner. You know what I mean?
Well, and if you don't, here's the thing, Mike, there's got to be compromise. Compromise, a lot of times people think is a negative word. It's a negative word if you're compromising your principles.
Sure.
But to compromise your hobby?
Sure.
To not try to find something you enjoy doing together?
Absolutely. Well, that's how you learn. That's how you grow.
Exactly.
I mean, if that were the case, all of us would be eating one type of meat every day, one type of, you know what I mean? We're not, you aren't going to try an egg every once in a while, or try a vegetable,
Yeah. It's when people dig in their feet like that and say, I'm not going to do this, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to go with you hunting, husband, and I'm not going to go with you shopping. Julian liked to shop.
Yeah.
So I hated to shop, but we were on, you're talking about polar opposites there.
Sure.
I learned to shop, and I learned to be patient and kind to her, because I despised it growing up. And so those are those compromises. And it can't be a one-way street that, the woman says, well, you just compromise everything for me. Or the man says, you compromise everything
because then you
for me.
build up animosity and everything else there.
It's not fun that way.
Yeah.
It's better when there's an exchange of affection, an exchange of sacrifice. And then I learned to enjoy shopping with my wife.
Sure.
At first it was just a decision.
Sure. Well, and this is all love. And this is where, because some people are good at showing love through hugs and kisses. Other people, and guys particularly are, I like to do things. I like to leave things. I like to build you thing, or I like to, that's guy love.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Stuff, yeah.
And so, and this is how you balance that and understand each other, and say, no, you know what, I want to hang out with you here because this is how I love you. I love you, therefore I want to sacrifice something that I probably is not going to be my cup of tea, but I want to do it with you because I want to be with you.
Exactly.
And that's what it's about.
That's how you build a joyful marriage right there, Mark.
Yeah.
You just described it. And Julie and I were as far apart as Lakers, Celtics are, Dallas, Washington is. That's how far apart we were shopping, me not liking shopping. She liked to hold hands and do all that. I couldn't stand any kind of physical touch. So, but I just had to learn.
Right.
And I compromised that. And then I learned to really love it.
Sure.
It just became part of me. And then, so that's how we exchanged.
And then on the flip side, you also have to understand that just because someone shows love differently than you doesn't mean they have less love for you.
Or they're wrong.
Yeah, or they're wrong. And that's what the joy of marriage is about. And so
learning that and giving them what they need and they giving you, that's how you build a joyful marriage. But selfishness, Mike, destroys it.
Yeah, absolutely.
When someone says, I'm not going to change, I'm not going to grow, I'm not going to, that destroys selfishness. Jesus said, if you save your life, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
But if you give your life, you'll gain life. So when you give your life away, when you make those vows before God and your family to marry, man, you're saying, hey, I'm gonna compromise for you. I'm gonna sacrifice for you. And when both people do it, man, you and I both know.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's joyful.
I'm learning. I've got 25 years under my belt, and I've got to say that I'm much happier in my marriage today than I was 20 years ago.
And she's a Dallas fan, and you love her. I could tell you love her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she loves you, and you're a Redskins fan.
Yep. And to be honest, I'm through the good times and bad I've had in the 25 years, I'm like, how would I have gotten through half of what I've gotten through if I had not been married to my wife? And I'm like, I don't know the answer to that question.
I miss that so much.
Yeah.
I miss my friend. My partner.
I'm so sorry. This is what it's so. I
miss her so much.
It's just such a torn interview because I'm like, this is so cool that this is going, but at the same time, I'm like, this has gotta just be really, really rough for you, and I'm really sorry.
Well, God gave me a word the other day. I shared it with the church Sunday from Philippians about moving forward, and He spoke very clearly to me. And we start every year with a 21-day fast at our church, and He spoke very clearly to me. The Spirit of God spoke to me and said, hey, listen, because the hardest thing, Mike, was, and I grew up in the military. I couldn't hang on to anything. Every time we moved, we had to, a different house every couple of years, different city.
Hurry up and wait.
We didn't own a home till I was 13 years old.
I understand.
And so I never put any value
stability.
on material things.
Foundation.
It was here today and gone tomorrow, right? And so, man, I had the toughest time even touching or let anybody touch her stuff.
That
stuff
makes sense.
In her closet, because that home is hers.
Sure.
And she's got stuff everywhere.
Sure.
Very organized because she's an organized person, but it's her stuff.
Right.
And so I really, because each time I would let my daughter-in-laws look at her purses or do something, I felt like I was leaving her behind. And the Lord spoke to me very clearly and said, you aren't leaving her behind. She is gone in front of you. She's in your future.
Yeah.
You have the memories of the past, Troy, but she is out in front of you in your future, not your past.
The stuff is stuff.
Yeah.
She's not in the stuff. That's just your reminder of the stuff, but the memory doesn't go away, and it's a hard lesson to, we all learn it. We're all learning, just like my mother or my father and various people I've lost over the course of my life.
That.
And it's just you're hard to let go, but you know what? They're here. They're there. They're here. They're not in that shoebox. They're not in that.
They're out in front of us. That's the thing He gave me, is that she's in your future. She's where you want to be.
Yeah.
She's where Jesus promised you'd be if you'd surrender your life to Him. And so, man, it just really it now sounds so simple, but it really set me free to kind of start moving forward. And so this is part of it. We're going to keep doing the joy of marriage to honor Him. Her heart for marriage and my heart for marriage, and keep on ministering to people. We're going to keep helping people. That's
I know
what
her
Judy and
heart
I
is
did.
full of joy watching this and knowing that her legacy continues here.
Amen.
And I really, if this is the first you ever heard of it, then guess what? It's your lucky day. Come check this out. It's going to be the 19th to the 21st. It is really an opportunity to invest in your marriage. And I'm pretty sure there is nothing more important in your world right now than your marriage. If you're doing it right, that's what it should be. So, talk with your spouse. Let's, invest some time here. Come dab a toe. Come out here. Come, if nothing else, come for a weekend getaway of dinner and entertainment and comedy and food and fun and meeting some people.
Have someone watch the kids and rent a hotel room if you want to here in town.
Come as escape from life for a couple of days. And I think when you're done at the weekend, you're going to be like, wow, I have a renewed perspective on our marriage and how to tackle it and how to make it better. Sometimes things like this are the biggest light bulbs or biggest change in your life that really catalyst onto bigger, better, amazing things.
Exactly. And so good.
This is what this weekend can be for you. So.
And we do have some child care, Mike. I don't think every service, but we do have some. So just contact the church. They'll let you know how that works and how we're going to do that, how we're going to manage that.
Yeah, go to the Church on the Move website. You can sign up. You can read more about the conference. You can get more in details on the comedians and all the good stuff there. COTMRoswell.com/JOM. Which is short for Joy of Marriage, COTM, Church on the Move. So if you don't remember the initials, just think Church on the Move, Joy of Marriage. And if you Google that, any of that, it should pop right up. So same with Facebook and all that too. And don't hesitate to call the church. They'll be happy to give you more information. And please come. And good news. If this weekend just isn't working for you, the Joy of Marriage Conference, they do other retreats. There's going to be more down the pipeline here in the coming future. So this isn't your only opportunity to get your foot in the door. If this weekend just doesn't work for whatever reason, please keep investing, keep calling, talking in, and let's get you lined up and ready for the next deal. And who knows, maybe it'll be one of the retreats out of town or something like that.
I don't know. Wait, we'll see.
We'll see what's next.
Next year, we're going to have several different opportunities, so it's going to be good.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
Anything we missed, Pastor? Anything?
I don't think so, man. I think we covered everything.
I appreciate the conversation, and I'm just happy that your life is going and things are going and
moving forward.
I'm so blessed to happy to know that. Where the void is, the church family is meeting that need as much as humanly possible.
They've been wonderful.
That's awesome.
Jesus has been wonderful. They've been wonderful.
Sometimes making a sandwich is solve all the problems. Sandwich and a beer, I'll tell you. Sometimes a sandwich and a beer will solve a lot of problems.
I quit drinking long time ago, but a sandwich sounds pretty good.
I hear you.
Or some Mexican food. That's always the
my doctor beer, everything's too. A diet soda. How about that? Yeah. Thank you, Pastor. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
We will see you next time. And anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you so much.
Good deal.
You guys are wonderful.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The Minnesota immigration crackdown is winding down. Trump border czar Tom Homan says it's made possible by stepped-up cooperation between federal, state, and local authorities in Minnesota. After clearing the House, the SAVE Act is now on its way to the Senate. Just one Democrat siding with House Republicans to approve the measure requiring voter ID to keep non-citizens from casting ballots in federal elections. The EPA plans to repeal the endangerment finding from the Obama era that provides a foundation for heavy regulation of greenhouse gases. A court challenge from environmentalists is expected. With the help of a half dozen Republicans, the House has voted its disapproval of President Trump's higher tariffs on Canada. More details, srnnews.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the all-star lineup at Roswell Honda. Leading the pack, the 2026 Honda Civic Sedan. Just 4.49% APR for 48 months. The 2026 Civic Hybrid, just 3.99% for 48 months. The 26 Honda HR-V, just 2.49% for 48 months. And the best-in-class 26 Honda CR-V Hybrid, just 2.49% for 36 months. Time to join the winning team at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
The great one, Mark Levin, is now in Roswell on 106.5 KEND Roswell.
Immigration crackdown is winding down. Trump border czar Tom Homan says it's made possible by increased cooperation between federal, state, and local authorities in Minnesota.
We now have the ability to arrest criminal aliens in the safety and security of jails throughout the state at the time they're being released, like we've done in other states.
He says arresting a public safety threat in jail is safer for all concerned. After clearing the House, the SAVE Act is on its way to the Senate. Just one Democrat sided with House Republicans to approve the measure, requiring voter ID to keep non-citizens from casting ballots in federal elections. The EPA plans to repeal the endangerment finding from the Obama era. It provides the foundation for heavy regulation of greenhouse gases.
This will be the largest deregulatory action in American history, and it will save the American people $1.3 trillion in crushing regulation.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. China's carbon dioxide emissions declined just a little bit last year, although as BBC's Justin Rolat explains, it is no huge deal.
This is not a dramatic breakthrough, but it means emissions from the world's manufacturing hub and second largest economy have now been flat or falling for almost 2 years. Carbon Brief's figures show a finely balanced picture. Emissions dropped across major sectors, including transport, power, cement and metals, but rose in the chemical industry. China also added more coal and gas-fired power capacity last year than in any year for a decade.
On Wall Street, stocks are mixed. This hour, the Dow is up about 197 points, while the Nasdaq is 82 points in the red, the S&P 3 points higher. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
President Trump's recent focus on the need to bolster security in the Arctic is producing results.
NATO has launched a new military effort dubbed Arctic Sentry, aimed at improving security in the high north. The effort comes a month after President Trump ramped up tensions in the alliance with his threats to annex Greenland. Initially, Arctic Sentry will be the NATO label for national military exercises in the region, such as Denmark's Arctic Endurance and Norway's NATO's role in this series of military military activities, which will be coordinated through its U.S. headquarters in Virginia, is aimed at countering Russian and Chinese influence in the high north, which includes Greenland. I'm Karen Shamas.
The U.S.-based human rights activist news agency says a death toll from a crackdown over Iran's nationwide protests has reached at least 7,000, with many more people feared dead. The agency's proven accurate in counting deaths during previous unrest in Iran. News and analysis, townhall.com. More than 200 letters from World War II. They were found in a Tennessee home, offer a close look at love during wartime.
Ray Whitaker attended school at the Black Meharry Medical College in Nashville. There he met and dated another student, Jane Dean. They did lose contact for a time, but he wrote to her in 1942 saying that he was in the Army. Soon he was professing his love. A short 4 months later, they were married. Those letters from that courtship and early marriage have been donated to the Metro Nashville Archive. Several are now on display through the Nashville Public Library. Jason Walker reporting.
A Florida federal judge says President Trump's $10 billion lawsuit against the BBC can go to trial in 2027. Judge Roy K. Altman rejecting an attempt by Britain's national broadcaster to delay proceedings. Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Indeed.
Hope it's going well for you.
Valentine's Eve.
It is. So, fellas, ladies, plans are not set.
Right.
You might want to get some.
Now would be the time to do so. This is also the fun time of the year that you run into parking lot vendors. They're just selling just dozens dozen flowers out of their back of their trucks.
Yeah.
Bouquets.
Yeah.
Or balloons.
Or bears, stuffed animals, things like that. Well, I got a better idea.
Do you?
I do.
Oh.
I do. The fine folks at Dairy Queen, they got you covered for Valentine's Day.
Look at you with the segue.
They sure do.
Damn.
Valentine's Day is days away, Saturday here, and Dairy Queen here on North Main in Roswell has a sweet treat for your sweetheart.
Nice.
Cupid cakes.
Good.
That's right, a delicious and delectable Dairy Queen treat, perfectly sliced for two and priced just right at a sweet $16.99. And if you're not sure what to get, well, perhaps you should choose their chocolate-dipped strawberry.
Yes.
Or perhaps their red velvet. Ooh. And if that don't suit your fancy, then you can basically customize your Cupid cake into any of DQ's Blizzard flavors. So maybe go, I don't know, Choco Cherry Love, or
Ooh, I do like a nice Choco Cherry.
Yeah.
That is a good.
Or maybe more,
choice.
Oreo or Reese's kind of situation.
Yeah, if you want to go like a chocolate job, or like if she's a peanut butter lover, hit him up with the Reese's with the extra Reese's.
It's kind of whatever your moves you paddles your boat, so to speak. There, but it is the perfect treat for two to show how much your sweetheart really means and how special they are to you. So come on by to the North Main Dairy Queen, 1900 North Main, and order your Cupid cake today. And go there. While you're there, have lunch.
Yeah.
Grab you a burger, or I love their pretzel sticks.
They have some great pretzels. One of the best chicken strip baskets in the game.
Yeah. Hey, and don't sleep on there, especially the North Main Dairy Queen. Like, they got full plate breakfasts.
Full blown breakfast. Yeah. Full on American breakfast.
Yeah. Like on a plate and everything. It's really nice.
Take it full on English and stick it where the sun don't shine. We got full on American breakfast.
Like, they have a sign out in front that says best breakfast burritos in town. You're like, that's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement right there. Because there's a lot of players in that game.
I have had their breakfast burrito.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't a thing wrong with it. I don't know if I'm ready to proclaim best. That's a tall order.
Say,
but it's a conversation.
They're definitely in the conversation for sure.
Yeah.
But I would say it's got to be a real close run between them, weirdly, and the hospital.
Yeah, Loveless's burritos.
Loveless Cafeteria. They make a knockout breakfast burrito.
Yeah, you're not no lies detected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty on point. But they do not have Cupid cakes.
They don't have the Cupid cakes.
So
that's right. DQ
head on to
does.
DQ on North Main, get your Cupid cake. And if you really space, they usually have a free, like if you come on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
they probably have a couple cakes in the freezer there. And usually they'll right there, if you ask them, say, hey, can you put Happy Valentine's Day or I love you or something on there, and they'd be happy to do that.
Throw it down. They'll it fixes a lot of hurt from Valentine's Day.
But I'll be the first to tell you, it's a big trumped up holiday for the card industry, and I'm not gonna sit here and of all the holidays, Valentine's Day seems to be one of the more annoying ones for me. But that being said, if I'm going to be doing it, ice cream cake is the way to do it.
That is, you know what? It's hard to kick that out of bed.
Any holiday I think there should be Arbor Day ice cream cakes. I think there should be tax day ice cream cakes. I'm all for all those.
And here's the thing: this is literally my favorite holiday to be single, because it's just I got nothing to wear. I'm gonna get my daughter a little plushie, and that's my commitment.
And he's gonna eat a Cupid cake for two all by himself. I was just thinking,
I can go get myself a Cupid cake. That's a gift for two.
That's right.
For me.
$16.99. Not a bad joint there.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Ice cream cake is by far the best cake ever made.
Yeah.
I love ice cream cake.
Although, ice cream cake is one of those that really you have to pick your spot. You got to time it just right.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be either a rock.
Oh yeah. You got to put that bad boy out of the freezer for a good half hour before you're cutting into it. But boy, howdy.
But once if it's peak, you know what? Okay, now see if you remember this, because I've seen like nostalgia posts for it on TikTok and stuff. By the way, DQ on North Main. I'm not trying to just dissect from the segue, but do you remember Viennetta?
Vaguely.
Okay, so when I was a kid, it's a dessert, and the commercial always made it look so amazing.
Yeah.
It was layers of cake and ice cream.
It was like a parfait
with
kind of deal.
Like a hard shell on top.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It was always one of those. It's like, well, I'm never going to try that. That's far too fancy for my. When I became a grown up, I'm like, those things were like $4.99. It was very achievable.
Yeah.
To have those fancy thoughts of, I'm having fancy cake. No, I easily could have. Mom and Dad, you guys, parenthood is a big old lie.
I felt that way when I was a kid about the international coffees.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those little can of coffee, and it'd be like, they always tried to make it like uber fancy, and it'd be like, no, it's international, and they're like in France or something, sipping coffee.
My mom liked those. She was real big on the French vanilla.
I always thought they were uber fancy, but I'm pretty sure they're They're like one above like Folgers. You know?
Honestly, and they're instant too.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about how fancy that is? You're mixing it in your your Winchell's donut cup.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, man, I thought that was like, that's what the rich people drink, you know.
International. Ooh, that's there's a Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah.
From years ago. It's still one of my favorites. This guy, he's staying in a hotel that has a continental breakfast.
Yeah.
And he's just so blown away by how fancy all this is. Ooh, what was it? Like croissants. France has entered the building, and he's talking about all the different continents that are represented at a continental breakfast.
Yeah.
And by the end, he's like in tears because of the beauty of the meal.
You know, I had an experience in a hotel like that.
Yeah?
So when I was in the military and they sent me to Italy for 5 months, but when we first got to Italy, they didn't have the tent city set up for us to sleep in yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they put us up for like 2 nights in a Italian 4-star hotel.
Ooh.
It was uber.
Now, hold on.
And this is where I'm getting to.
Okay.
So they put us and they said it was like 3 of us in the room.
Right.
So it wasn't like I had my own room or anything.
Sure.
But I'm like, ooh, we're staying in a 4-star. This is fancy. We get there. European standards of 4-star are not the same.
And I was gonna mention that. I've watched a lot of travel blogs.
Yeah.
And they talk about how 4 or 5-star places that are like palatial by American standards.
Yeah.
That just means you have on-site plumbing.
Yeah. It was. Now the bathroom was nice.
Okay.
That was because it had a bidet.
Oh.
It had it was actually the big compared to the room. It's like the room itself was maybe as big as our studio.
Okay.
And we
3
had
people?
4 dudes in here.
4 people.
Yeah. I slept on a pull-out. There was like a couple, but like the TV was in there. It was like a little 13-inch TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was it literally looked like Motel 6 from 1987. That's what it reminds me
Nice.
of. But that being said, the bathroom was real nice, and the restaurant attached to said hotel was amazing.
And that's
But the
usually
room
where you're going to
itself-
get the fancy,
yeah.
the fancy treatment is in the cafes. That they
Yeah,
have.
so for like the first 3 days in Italy, I was like, it's going to be a good deployment, man. I'm sitting there eating pounds of pasta, sleeping in a room with a heater, and, I don't understand any of the 3 channels we get, but, I got a bidet.
It's all right. It's all about context. And I'm not going to be watching TV. I've got a bidet in my room.
Yeah, and I was working, to be honest.
That's where I'm going to be spending most of my time.
In all fairness, we got at the room late at night and time to have dinner and go to bed, but we were there working at the flight line, setting up deployment stuff and doing all that.
Not getting to soak in the bask in the Italian hotel of it all.
Move bombs from here to there, things like that.
Stack of papers.
Right.
And that into the desk by 5 today.
We literally do that because they're like, all right, we're going to do some prep. All right, move these here. I remember first couple weeks, I literally was just moving bombs from that hangar to this hangar, back to that hangar to this hangar. Yeah. That was my day.
A little hokey pokey.
Yeah.
Move it all around.
Exactly.
Nice.
Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We're going to be joined by the folks from Food Not Bombs and the Wellness Wagon, 2 different organizations.
Yep.
I believe it's going to be Ernie Montoya from Food Not Bombs, and then we will have Aaron, I believe it's Acedo. I might be mispronouncing that. We'll find out here in a bit. From the Wellness Wagon, without the G.
Without the G.
Yeah, and they got actually a cool event. I really like what this is the first I've heard about the Wellness Wagon. It's grassroots, local grown, and they basically start this mobile veterinary clinic where they go and they'll go to these different locations. And like for instance, on Saturday they're going to be at Westminster Presbyterian Church. Sunday they're going to be out at Salvation Army, and people can come up, bring if you're strapped for cash, need money, but you got pets that need vaccinations or minor health issues, things like that. They can take a look at your pets and get them all fixed up for free. It's real nice. By the way, if you really love, they also, if you don't necessarily have a sick pet, please come by and make donations because they do it all just for free for everybody and all that. It does cost them money to do that.
Yes, so absolutely.
Donations we appreciate.
If you can make a donation, please do.
Yeah.
This just sort of like sprung an interesting question in my head. Is it unethical to leash a cat?
Depending on what the situation.
Well, I was thinking about it. My cat's starting to get a little bit, poofy.
Yeah.
And he does do a lot of laying around. So I'm wondering if maybe, in the evenings, if maybe I should like start taking him for walks.
You could try. I mean, I don't know if the cat's going to be down with it.
That's what I'm wondering. Is it ethical? Do you think that will I lose a limb, do you think?
No, but I don't know. I don't know your cat very well.
Yeah,
I don't know if your cat's...
I'm wondering. He's not one who's quick to attack, but he's also not one to... I mean, he's very curious about the outside, but...
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think you might have
try
to
it
carry
out.
him around a little bit and put him down and get him comfortable
Get him
and
used
all
to
that.
it, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't just be like Diddy Bop around the neighborhood. Maybe go to a park and let him walk around on the leash and get him comfortable. But, I mean, it's theoretically possible.
Maybe wait till the grass gets
Just got to train him.
greener. Yeah, I don't know whether that thought popped in my head, just me just walking a cat on a leash.
I mean, to me,
we're talking about the wellness wagon.
I'm down for that way more than teaching your cat to use the human toilet. Like, that bothers me.
Yeah,
My wife really likes, like, I was like, no, because I'll be dang if I'm ever going to have to wait to use a bathroom in my house because the cat is using it. I'm not waiting for the cat to use the can.
It is an interesting visual, and I'm just gonna counterpoint, devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You have 2 bathrooms.
Well, I got 2 cats.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be pooping simultaneously.
You don't know. Maybe they got a schedule.
One of them's just going to be outside with a newspaper under its arm. Hurry up in there, Reba.
It's a bridge too far for me. I'm like, what are you doing? Waiting to use the can. Cat's in there. Can't do that.
Can't poop. Cat's going.
It's a bridge too far for me. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. So,
just think, I mean, if you have 2 bathrooms, I really feel like you're just missing out on the. You're just denying yourself the opportunity.
No way.
Think of what it hit. You'd be at parties.
Hey, till that cat learns to flush, do the whole job.
That is true.
I don't want all. I want I want to go in there and be like, oh great, I got to clean up after the cat before I can go.
How did you train the cat to light a match afterwards?
Right.
That's really impressive.
All right, it is 8:20. Time for your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking nice today, but we have rain on the way by tomorrow. Big storm system moving out of the desert southwest. Sunshine and low 70s for today's high. Overnight, some clouds and mid-40s. It looks like we'll have a pretty good chance of showers most of the day on Friday. Mid-60s on the high. Rain on Friday night. A few lingering showers Saturday. Sunny Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Time to move into a new year at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop in Roswell. Valentine's fabrics are here and spring fabrics are arriving daily with a great selection of quilts, Valentine shirts, and rope bowls made right here at the Calico Cow. And Brothers sewing machines are on sale now. Plus, the Calico Cow can fix and perform maintenance on all brands. Out of town? Log on to RoswellQuilting.com to order. We ship direct. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the cow.
You've got questions about college. Eastern New Mexico University has the answers. Join us Saturday, March 21st for the Spring Open House in Portales. It's your chance to meet faculty, talk to current students, and learn more about financial aid, housing, and more. We'll have plenty of awesome door prizes, including several $500 scholarships. Don't just leave with a pamphlet, leave with a plan. Come experience ENMU in Portales. Register now at enmu.edu/open house or call 575-562-2178.
Jesus gives the following instructions. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. If someone slaps you on one cheek, turn to them the other also. If someone takes your coat, don't withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, don't demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Jesus is calling us to do the opposite of our natural tendencies. He calls us to be different, to stand out for good, to be light and not darkness. He calls us to lead by being servants. As you go through this week, practice putting someone else's needs ahead of your own. Pray for someone who's hurt you. Don't retaliate when someone offends you. See what difference it makes in your heart. You may be surprised by the outcome. You may not, but whatever happens, you'll be following the teachings of Jesus, and that's always the right choice to make.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Roswell Nissan presents Van Man and the J Squad. In the shadowy streets of this dusty town, one hero stands ready. Van Man, leader of the J Squad, the Cape Carlock Crusaders.
We're on the prowl, squad. Crushing rates are strangling our citizens, but we've got the firepower to blow them away.
Holy double-digit APR, boss. That monster crushing rates is crushing another family's dream ride.
And look, Upside Down Trade has a block down tight. Time to smash through.
Van Man and the J Squad strike with full force. Super-powered savings detonate across Roswell Nissan.
0% financing up to 60 months on the unstoppable 2025 and 2026 Nissan Murano, and on all new 2026 Nissan Rogues, plus $3,000 cash on the sleek 2025 Nissan Altima.
Our tax refund special begins now. Roswell Nissan will double your down payment up to $2,000.
And parts department heroes get 15% off all over-the-counter parts to keep your machine in fighting shape.
Race to Roswell Nissan right now. 2111 West 2nd Street, and join the fight for justice and unbeatable deals.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning, we have actually two different, not one, but two different organizations here with us this morning. We have representing the Wellness Wagon, Aaron Acedo, and also Leah Hilton as well. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And then Ernie Montoya with Food Not Bombs, and your sister as well. I'm sorry, I missed your name.
Montoya.
And Angela.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Good deal. Well, before we Food Not Bombs, we've talked to you guys on the radio a little bit before.
Yes, we've been here once and twice, 3 times.
Great.
Jocelyn's here all the time.
Jocelyn, yeah, she kind of, she's my video producer / one of the co-founders of Food Not Bombs
She
here
is
in
the
Roswell,
leader.
and makes the wheels go there. But obviously, for folks that don't know, great organization that they are connecting people with food. That's kind of their main. Where it all it's kind of evolved a little bit, but that's the main focus.
From a food rescue operation into like something bigger that we weren't. Impacted us high, like on a whole enormous level.
Absolutely. Now that's still at the core of it. They still work and partner with restaurants, volunteers, schools, other organizations to get food to people.
Yeah.
They're the ones you see in the park. They say, "Hey, come eat," and on a given afternoon, and it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, just if you're hungry, come eat.
As long as you're hungry and you can't afford food and you don't have food in your home. And we definitely are not at the courthouse right now in Magistrate Court Lawn or Chihuahua Park, but we are open 7 days a week. We do breakfast, lunch, and dinner now.
Yes, right now
so
you're
150 meals a day is what we're hitting at now.
Absolutely. Right now, they're for folks who don't know, they are big thank you to Westminster Presbyterian Church.
Yes.
They've opened their home to be a warming center through the winter, through at least March here.
March 15th is when we will reevaluate and see what we're doing, but we need recovery from the whole learning how to run the warming center properly and care for everybody. And so, we're a great church. Tom Blake is the pastor there.
Absolutely.
Man, great guy.
Just a great community member.
Just great. They've opened their hearts to us, and I'm just... tears. We all had tears. I was literally carrying the cross through Roswell, and I was like, tears. I was like, we got it. We got the center. We got the warming center. So now we're a warming center.
Yeah, and now it's evolving to what we would like it to see. Where not only is it a Band-Aid to provide food, shelter for folks, but to also get them set up with resources so they can create their own foundations and create their own independent living and become, people with homes.
People that are just noticed again,
Absolutely.
so they don't feel like the community has given back on them. It's the community who donated all the food, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, where are we going to get all this food from? Like, we have 38 people, up to 45 staying in here at the time every single day.
And the community has been opening up their hearts and homes.
Into us.
Keep it up. Keep it going. And if you're not a chef, monetary donations help very much too, because again, big thank you to Westminster. But basically, it's about $1,000 a month rent to operate the thing out of there, which is a bargain, and we're glad that we can get that. But we got to pay the rent every month here, so that'll
you
help
definitely
do that.
hit us up through Hagerman Forward. We're a project under Hagerman Forward, and so you can go to our Facebook. We have a feature right there, and you can get on it and go to Food Not Bomb, see what our mission is.
Yeah.
And then you would make out checks if you made them out, and get a 501c3 if you needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we really do appreciate what Westminster Presbyterian Church has done here to open their home to help out and do that. So if you can help that way, that's great too.
Yeah.
But all of the above on that, and then this kind of transitions to what with Westminster Presbyterian Church, what they're doing. This is and I've just learned about you guys this week here with your organization, the Wellness Wagon, which is kind of like a mobile veterinary clinic for folks. You got pets, but you're financially strapped like a lot of folks, and vet bills are as expensive as people bills now.
Vaccinations. It's just really important. What it is Dr. Susan. She has come here. She came here last May and September and did the big vaccination clinics that we had.
Okay.
And she is bringing a van, and she's going to have one vet assistant or a vet tech and one assistant. And tomorrow we start at 8 a.m. We have about 38 stops, and in those 38 stops, we have 180 animals we're going to be vaccinating.
And dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. And
that's like double fisted needles just.
Right. So I just want to say that for people that are scheduled, please be patient, and
it does take a little bit of time.
It does, and we'll be going into their homes, and they'll be getting the documentation that they need. But the other thing is we've got to just sort of do this at business and bounce. We don't have time to be,
unfortunately,
sharing stories about our animals as much as we love to.
We know you all have wonderful stories, pictures to show.
But we got a job to do, and we're going to
send us an email and a thank you card. Thank you.
And if for anybody that doesn't get seen tomorrow, if for some reason we can't get through that, then we will be on Saturday at the Westminster Presbyterian Church. Thank goodness, Pastor Tom Blake, he said no problem and let us go there. We'll be there from 8 to 11 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we'll be at the Salvation Army from 8 to 11. That's for people just to come.
Yeah.
Get
vaccinations,
some minor health issues.
They got a scrape or something.
Itchy dog.
Yeah.
Deworming,
flea and tick, some supplies. And then after that, we'll be on the road again, kind of hitting areas. So,
absolutely.
We'll be out for the next 3 days.
Yeah, so they accept donations, and that's appreciated for them too. Because
absolutely,
because
for folks with the pets, it's free of charge, but obviously it costs money for the medicines to travel, all of the just to run it.
The sponsors that are helping are Res Dog Rescue and Banfield Foundation, and this is not just a one-time thing. I mean, we could actually get this again. She'll come out again.
Okay.
So
she was curious. Where's her home base? Where does she?
I think up in Albuquerque area.
Okay, so she's in New Mexico. This is so she goes around the state doing this.
Okay. Or New Mexico.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. I was just wondering how big a footprint this had here.
She recently was on a reservation somewhere up north, and so we're still ironing out things.
Sure.
This is our first time.
But I love that this is available, and this is and
we need it.
And you guys know desperately that Roswell has among other things, we have a pet overpopulation issue and things, but with that comes a lot of other problems.
Yes.
But definitely one of them is healthcare coverage and things. And let's face it, I've been a pet owner my whole life. It's been more and more expensive to medically cover a pet nowadays, and
for sure.
Like, I remember about 5 years ago laughing the first time I saw pet health insurance, thinking, really?
Oh, my God.
Now you actually need that.
Right. This is true. Right. Yeah, and then we've got the call clinic right after, so that's really good. So if you have an animal that needs to be spayed or neutered, I just want to say you want to contact Shauna at call.
Okay.
And, that's going to be here the 17th to the 21st.
Great. So that'll be...
Yeah, so we're going to get a lot
of Animal Wellness League.
Yes, thank you. I didn't.
Please take advantage when those come.
Right.
Roswell, we desperately need to make sure to be responsible pet owners and making sure we have our pets spayed. That's just why if you go to the Humane Society or Animal Control, anytime you adopt from any of these places, they're going to make you spay or neuter those pets.
And it's really important with the distemper, too, that these vaccinations get done. And I just also want to say, when you have a puppy, you don't just get one vaccination clinic for the distemper parvo.
Mm-hmm.
You should have at least 3. And they need to be in a series. So I really want to encourage people because it's all over town.
And this is the thing, and I know like a lot of times we'll have the Humane Society on, and just because we have such a temperate, moderate climate, like parvo doesn't die. The things like we don't get cold enough to die for these things to die, and so it incubates and mutates and it's like a virus that comes stronger and faster and it harder to corral and eradicate.
Distemper has been all over the place, and you'll get your rabies tag. You'll get your documentation that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, I just want to say the floods didn't help. There are actually people that didn't have parvo in their yard that have parvo in their yard now.
Mm-hmm.
The floods didn't help. Didn't help.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because like a lot of times I'll talk with like the Roswell seed folks, the folks that do agriculture stuff, and they deal with the same thing, different vein, like weeds and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like they're seeing different weird kinds of weeds at one end of town that they never, because of the flooding and stuff. And so that makes absolute sense. Oh yeah, by the way, we're also seeing, viruses that, whatever else was, up in that soil and up in all that people's houses or whatever, is now mutating and traveling to other parts of town. So it's, it's kind of, it's weird how it all balances together sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially, I know what you guys see. It's the same kind of deal.
Yeah. And, it's so important because, like, when me and my sister were out passing out flyers for the warming center and it started, we know these free-spirited individuals that live on the street,
mm-hmm.
they have dogs and they have animals, and most of them didn't want to go to because they're like, what about my dogs and animals? And we're like, we accept them. We didn't know where we were going to keep them, but we accept them. We'll find the Humane Society donated all kinds of little.
So imagine some of those folks be able to come on Saturday here or Sunday to either location and get their pets vaccinated up and maybe get flea dipped and things like that and get taken care of. Good deal.
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
I'm excited. Really.
And really, I got to be honest, because this just also so happens to be the second Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be at both places both days. So Salvation Army, you'll come Sunday for the pets, or you can get the pets done Saturday at Westminster.
Yes.
But I gotta lie, you gotta go to the Salvation Army Saturday morning, starting at 7, because they've got the best breakfast in town.
They do have the $10 pancakes. Yes, they do.
I went there last month. You do.
Yeah.
It's really good.
For $10, you can really literally feed till you roll your fat self out of there.
That's a great organization too.
Thanks to Noelle there. She's over there.
She's wonderful.
Yeah.
Noelle is wonderful.
So if Saturday doesn't work at Westminster, you're kind of gonna have to go both days to Salvation Army.
I could just see enough people going there without their dogs. Oh, shoot! I just came for the breakfast.
Right. They're bringing their dogs Saturday. Oh, no, that's at Westminster, but while I'm here. Absolutely. So, but definitely. One thing we do ask, though, when you do, if you go either Saturday to Westminster or Sunday to Salvation Army is, leave your pets in the vehicle.
Yes.
Don't bring them up on the leash and stuff until one of the professional staff calls for them, just for the exact thing we were talking about. If there's anything communicable, we just want to.
We're going to be the ones running around.
And that way your dog or cat doesn't get loose when they get.
Yeah.
We know dogs love to be, but at the same time we don't want any incidences, and sometimes dogs don't like other dogs, and we don't want any of those problems.
No, The vets. Dr. Susan will just go straight into the car, and she'll just do her whatever.
She's gonna be like a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
I picture.
She's amazing.
We need doctors like that for us. My car.
She's amazing. She's amazing, and she's done so much. Hard work for us.
I kind of wish sometimes life was like that with the old school Looney Tune, like assembly line, and they're like sticking in. You go, by the time they squirt you out, you're all fixed up and ready to go. I kind of wish we had some of that. So this is kind of like that.
Yeah, dogs barking at each other from the cars.
Yeah, and they all want to play, and they all want to get, It's kind of like dog parks. It's like, I love the concept, but they never work right.
Oh, no, they don't.
It's always dogs that don't get along. Or something. Judge Judy had a whole career because of dog parks. I'm just saying.
Judge Judy was like, you hurt that
dog. But please visit us at come out this weekend, and by all means, if you're like, well, I don't need a pet, I'm good, but I love what they're doing. I'd love to learn more about. Come by, make a donation. I'm sure. I know, like most of the staff will be busy, but there'll probably
visit the animals.
Yeah, there'll be some folks there you could talk to kind of say, I want to learn more about the organization. If people want to do some reading and things, is there a website or something they can kind of?
Well, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And under Aaron Aceto or Aceto Aaron, but message me if you have any questions. If we can try and add some
You're
people
about to get flooded.
I know. Listen, I do already.
Yeah.
But message me, and if you don't have a car, that's what tomorrow is mostly for.
Sure.
People that don't have vehicles or disabled. We're going to their homes.
Shut-ins.
Yeah, but it's almost 40 people, but 180 animals is a lot. I don't know how much we're planning on getting it all done, but we may have to run it over into after the clinic.
Sure.
Yeah, if you have any questions about the address for either day,
please
get a hold
please
of
message.
her.
Yeah, please reach out again.
Westminster 2801 West 4th Street will be on Saturday.
There you
and
go.
It's behind Harley Davidson on East 2nd and West 2nd in Roswell.
Yeah, right catty corner to the park there.
Yeah.
I don't have the address.
The disco. Salvation Army's at 612 West College.
Yeah.
They're going to be, it's 8 to 11 both days. Saturday at Westminster, 2801 West 4th. Sunday at Salvation Army, 612 West College from 8 to 11. Bring the pets, but leave them in the car.
Leave
them in the car.
No appointments
We're
just going to just knock it out and,
get her done quick.
Get it done.
And anything from deworming, vaccinations, flea and tick medications, pet supplies.
Right.
Yep. Minor treatment of minor, like
ear
cut scrapes,
mites,
things.
maybe, just rashes. We have a lot of itchy dogs in this town.
If it's more serious stuff, they're probably going to refer you to a local vet or something like that.
And she will be totally honest and
it can't hurt to just bring your dog so she can take a look.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Or your
I
cat.
let her tell you it's something serious if you're not sure.
Right.
Or if it's just, no, you just need to give them a bath or do this or
Right.
whatever. Yeah. So, but please. And then, of course, if you want to, please come out and make donations too. Even if you don't know,
Yes.
we're accepting as much donations.
Highly and greatly appreciated.
And for either organization too. And come by, bring a casserole or something if you want for
We love when we don't have to cook because we are still Food Not Bombs Roswell.
Absolutely.
We love when people come. Like if you have a family that can come in.
No alcohol.
Absolutely. Speaking of, we want to put this on your radar too. Come by Westminster Presbyterian Church tomorrow, Friday the 13th. I know that's unlucky, but
boy.
we're going to make it all right.
We're going to be all over the room.
That's right. But
Workforce will be there tomorrow from 2 to 4
Solutions.
p.m. And so they're going to be helping all our clients with job applications. But
Yeah.
I'm sure if you come if you're out from the community, you're looking for a job, just come. If you missed
if you need help.
they just had the job fair.
Yeah.
So that just barely passed too. So Workforce was going to be there. So helping you with our applications is so huge within our homeless community.
Absolutely.
And they are like, some of them don't necessarily know how to read, and some of them
Sure.
are dealing with autism and all these other things. So
Absolutely.
the fact that they reach out their hand, thank you, Geneva, with many hands.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, we're all discussing you, Geneva. We're like, what did she do? She's Superwoman.
Hair's ringing.
Yeah,
She
so
is
she's the one who contacted them, and so she contacted Aaron and them also, and so we're greatly.
Well, it's a great synergy there. It's a lot of helping people in need here. Like you said, a lot of times people are kind of, well, if you can't help me and the pet, then you ain't going to help me.
Yeah.
And now we're like, well, yeah,
It
we
was
can do
rough
both.
watching
here.
that.
It's
Like
family.
Yeah.
when it started snowing on Friday, that Friday before when the snow hit, me and my sister were handing out flyers. Jocelyn was handing us flyers. We were driving down through town and like I was in the ditches or the hondos and knocking on tents and stuff. People were like, I'm not going. I'm like, no, you've got to come. It's going to freeze.
It's going to too cold.
Your animals will die. You will die out here. It's cold. So it was like, there's a lot of times I walked away crying. I'm getting in my car. My sister, it's okay, you can only do so much. And I was like, but I can pick the whole tent up and take them.
Well, even the best of us are very stubborn.
I am one of those.
But please reach out. And by the way, too, especially since we got to kind of at least home for another month here or so.
Yeah.
If you have services that might benefit people, and it could be anything from makeovers and haircuts to
oh my gosh, we've had everybody come in.
skill set resource type stuff.
Rosalinda came in, her and Diamond gave haircuts. We have New Mexico Health coming in next week on the 19th to do, they'll be STI testing. They will also be doing birth certificates and free flu shots.
Great.
It's going to be within the,
Absolutely.
we're trying to cram we're in cram weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we're cramming it in as much as we can. And
while you got the opportunity, we're going to fill the cup as much as we can.
We are housing 10 dogs and 2 cats, so we're at max capacity.
It's a Noah's Ark over there.
Yeah. It's up and it's down. It's up and down, but it's great.
I imagine sleep can be difficult sometimes with that. I would
my
take
team,
a
you can ask Jocelyn. They're like, "Are you sleeping?" I'm like, "No."
I love pets, but they're loud all right.
And the individuals who do have animals there, like one of our clients, Frisco, he has 2 cats. One's named Miklo and Angel Dust, most beautiful cats ever, and he didn't have a cage or nothing for them. And the community, my niece and her boyfriend went and bought them a cat litter, cat food, toys, all the stuff that they needed.
Oh, nice.
And then they also have, there's puppies in there and grown dogs. We have people staying in their cars because not everyone wants to come into a warming shelter. Right. So they're in their car with their 5 dogs. And so there's just
wow. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably pretty warm depending on how big them dogs are.
You have your own security team immediately.
Yeah.
All little Chihuahua terriers. But they're great. They've inspired me to be a better man every single day. Every organization that comes out, thank you so much, that comes out to help us, and because we see the need, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's just it's happening across the whole United States. So.
And we want this to evolve to something bigger, better. We want to, as much as we love Westminster Presbyterian Church, they need to go back to being a church, and we need to have a dedicated facility just for this type of work this type of stuff. So that's the goal, and that's what we're working towards. And this is a lot of the when we talk about the opioid settlement and some of that dealing with mental health. We're trying to, this is why they're having these symposiums and things. Try to, A, invest that money to make more money, but B, use that money to truly sustain a program that actually fixes these problems and not puts more Band-Aids. So that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So, but it literally starts with a casserole and
and if you want to come cook, we have a fully functioning kitchen, so that's nice. We don't have to go anywhere. We're usually right there in the lawn. We're all cooking at home, trying to rush, put it out.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to be able to cook, and the clients have stepped up. They're like, "Can we make a meal? Can we do this? Can we go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. We'll let you.
It's a sense of community in there. Yeah. It's kind of
cook for a lot more
They've
people.
all become brothers and sisters. They've all become my own other happy little family.
It's kind of like I could just give a compare. It's like the Roswell Refuge. The folks that call that home victims of domestic violence. It's very much a family atmosphere. They keep because there's kids in there. There's moms, dads. Mostly moms, but a few dads.
Yeah.
And it is a communal, they cook meals together. They,
we eat together.
It's like 8 is enough in there.
Breakfast, lunch, and they all know I'm pretty. Come on, let's get up, let's eat breakfast, let's go on, let's go about our day, let's get your stuff done, let's go get your medical things.
And I imagine there's got to be a routine because anytime there's a group of people all sharing a bathroom, sharing whatever.
Yeah. Bathrooms are nice. We have showers.
That's
amazing. That you people have come in and they're just like, I just want to shower.
Yeah.
So we let them come and shower and stuff like that. So it's great.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Great.
It's feeling human again sometimes.
It does. Honestly.
And once you peel that layer of onion, then you can get to
the real work can begin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have laundry so they can...
So we have some of our volunteers who volunteer, like Sue. What's her last name, sister? Bryony. She comes and she takes the towels and the sheets and she washes them at her home on her own. We're trying to partner with the organizations here that have the laundromats.
Okay.
But we're getting there. There's so much going on so fast, but we don't want those towels and all that stuff to go to waste. We're also trying to partner with somebody washing the clothes so that we're not just throwing them away or whatever.
Sure.
But they're not you're not trapped in a tower or anything like that. You can go back out into the community if you want. But let's give you all the tools into your toolbox so that you can have the best advantage out
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah. Like you said at the beginning, you can lead the horse to water, but there's people that want that lifestyle. They don't want to be confined.
And
they want to live.
We're going to continue to show the love of God. We're not denominational, and I don't want to box either Food Not Bombs in or God in. So I'm just let's see how much we can get out of what we're going through, for the benefit of society being better here in Roswell, because we've seen how it can get out of hand in bigger cities.
Absolutely. This is really what I love about. It sounds like what both organizations are doing is it's kind of, we live in a world in so much red tape that it feels like they almost discourage you wanting to help people, because you're like, look, that person's hungry. I got a sandwich. Here's a sandwich. Right. I don't want to have 30 people inspect it and make sure it was gone through a process kitchen or whatever just to give this person a sandwich. They need a sandwich. I ain't got time for all that. And so you guys cut through the mustard. It's like, look, this stuff comes from restaurant. People paid $20 for this meal an hour ago. You know,
we've had donations from all around. My sister works at Texas Roadhouse, so we're doing Dine to Donate.
Yeah.
So we partner with them. It's Tuesday on the 24th.
Yeah,
so
they do
that too.
They do a great. And if you don't know how that works, you go to eat there either through the app, or you sit down and have a meal, and 10% of your meal purchase goes back to the organization there. And so
we will be there. Me and my sister will be doing that, and so she works at Texas Roadhouse. So we got many hands anywhere with Geneva. We're everywhere.
Very good.
Great. We know a little bit of everybody to make the whole puzzle fit perfectly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I invite folks. If you go online on Facebook, you can look for Food Not Bombs Roswell.
We are on Facebook.
Many Hands Roswell also will get you there too. Anything, to be honest, you can call 211, the Chaves County health hotline, I guess you could say. They have all the information you need about Food Not Bombs and Many Hands and with Many Hands and 100%
You can follow me,
County,
Ernie R. Montoya, on Facebook, and you can see everything that we post. It's all there. Great.
Actually, watch Food Not Bombs Facebook page. All of them, they all have you'll see some of the success. but you can see some of the success stories we're talking about. Some of these folks that have come in with hat in hand, and now these are folks with a sense of confidence, a sense of purpose, a sense of that they're going to make it. That they've got some tools to achieve what they're trying to do. And that's all you were trying to do.
Thank you, City of Roswell, for coming in and showing us how to show love to them also, because one guy got his haircut. He's just like, I just feel like I'm seeing now.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, man, crying. I'm like, I can't do a video right now.
And that's what I love about where I don't want, and I want to make sure if you offer a service, none of it's trivial, because there's sometimes it's something as simple as a haircut makes someone feel better about themselves. Yeah. And if that's all, and if a $10 haircut fixed, I don't know what a haircut is, but I'm paid for one in a minute. But look at me. But give
a good shine. Give a good shine going.
But whatever that price is, it's worth that. You know what I mean?
It was worth all. I live there. I'm there 24/7. I'm there. I wanted to see it from the ground up and see how it really works. I've got to be on the back line of watching Jocelyn and them from where they first started. So I'm like, man, talk about let's continue to care about people.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. Whether it be feeding, that's the first place it starts. Let's feed them first. Mm-hmm. And then they were going to bring animals. Let's help them with their animals.
Absolutely.
Hey, you got some mental issues and stuff hey, guess what? We know that department too.
Well, and guess what it also does is depending on, because a lot of times you're dealing with folks with mental health issues, things like that. You're peeling away the walls.
Yeah.
To protect themselves out in that environment, you build walls. It's no different than domestic violence victims. They build walls to protect themselves, and they don't let anybody in or anything in. And by you doing random acts of kindness, it chips away at that wall.
Spread that everywhere. Sprinkle it.
And they start to question their own decision on that, and they start trusting people again, and they start trusting society again. And then, the good things start happening, and that's it really does make a difference. So you coming in and doing a makeover, or coming in and offering haircuts, or coming in and offering teeth cleanings, or whatever it is, that is game changing stuff for folks. So please continue to do that, and come. And if you want to, and please donate. If you don't offer those services, but I'd love to help make donations, monetary donations, help both of these organizations, the Wellness Wagon, so they can continue to keep doing their assembly line work of helping animals.
Let's keep touching it out. Yeah.
Dr. Susan will come back
absolutely.
out. Maybe we can get Artesia going and.
But maybe, but also provide more resources, and maybe they can slow down and talk to people every once in a while. And do all that too. But absolutely, and if you want to come see what's going on out there, maybe you say, hey, you know what? I would like to come, and our civic group's going to come and cook. Can we take over the kitchen tonight and cook dinner?
Absolutely. I love when the community members come out, and we do free tours, so you can come and see what we're doing. Make sure we're not mistreating people and stuff like that. But come down and see us, and everybody who's willing to talk and let you see what it's like to be in a warming center.
Absolutely. Yeah. Food Not Bombs Roswell.
Food Not Bombs Roswell.
And then and of course, and don't forget, come on between the hours of hold on, where'd it go? I lost it. 2 and 4 on tomorrow for the workforce connection.
And then on Saturday, there
will
be
8 to 11 Saturday morning at Westminster for the Wellness Wagon. 8 to 11 Sunday morning at the Salvation Army for there too. Bring all your pets. Leave them in the cars, but bring your pets to get them looked at free of charge.
Yes.
So, good deal. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
We love you, Mike.
Anytime. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey, have a great day.
And stay warm, cool, whatever weird weather we got coming up.
Changes by the minute.
Dry or whatever that is. So, all right, it is 8:54. We're going to pause for news. Quick commercial break before more news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. The Minnesota immigration crackdown is winding down. Trump border czar Tom Homan says that's made possible by stepped-up cooperation between federal, state, and local authorities in Minnesota. After clearing the House, the SAVE Act is on its way to the Senate. Just one Democrat sided with House Republicans approving the measure, which requires voter ID to keep non-citizens from casting ballots in federal elections. The EPA is planning to repeal the endangerment finding. From the Obama era, it provides the foundation for heavy regulation of greenhouse gases. With the help of a half dozen Republicans, the House has voted its disapproval of President Trump's higher tariffs on Canada. The Dow is up 172 points, NASDAQ down 29. More details, srnnews.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisor.
Are you broke and can't afford your own AI? Well, if you can't remember a girl's name and she's not answering to Giddy Up or Little Whiskers, you may need some memory help. If the modern man hogged all the AI, what are you supposed to do? Well, there is a substitute. I would try memory foam. It's like AI, but cheaper. Memory foam is like a natural diuretic for the shovel ready. Helps you get unstuck and back in play. Look, the world is like an arena in which you are born to compete. That's about it. It's you versus the modern man. Here's what you need to know. The modern man doesn't know how to bait his own hook. He believes he always deserves more, but still feels guilty for what he has. The modern man will rent his own shoes to avoid making a commitment. The modern man doesn't chew gum, smoke menthols, or go with girls that do. Modern man never rides shotgun, and he always takes the bus. He's all electric, that boy, and really wants to make a documentary. Of course he does. Modern man prefers natural fibers and anything that's moisture wicking. Modern man is plant-based with a fruit-forward backwash that has no wow factor. Remember, you can use that when you're both out raccooning around after dark. And Mama was worried she didn't raise you right. Who's sorry now? This is your Uncle Otis. I'll see you at the Peace March.
Artesia General Hospital presents your Fall and Winter Health Checklist. Fall and winter are beautiful seasons, but they're also cold and flu season. So here are a few quick tips to help keep you healthy. Tip number 1, hand hygiene. It's your first line of defense. Wash for 20 seconds with warm water and soap. Tip 2, holiday food strategy. Fill half your dish with fruits and veggies first. Pick lean meats and save room for just one dessert you'll really enjoy. Tip 3, protect your skin. Heaters dry the air, so moisturize daily and drink plenty of water. Healthy choices now mean more energy and a happier winter. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
Jesus gives the following instructions. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. If someone slaps you on one cheek, turn to them the other also. If someone takes your coat, don't withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, don't demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Jesus is calling us to do the opposite of our natural tendencies. He calls us to be different, to stand out for good, to be light and not darkness. He calls us to lead by being servants. As you go through this week, practice putting someone else's needs ahead of your own. Pray for someone who's hurt you. Don't retaliate when someone offends you. See what difference it makes in your heart. You may be surprised by the outcome. You may not, but whatever happens, you'll be following the teachings of Jesus, and that's always the right choice to make.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the all-star lineup at Roswell Honda. Leading the pack, the 2026 Honda Civic Sedan. Just 4.49% APR for 48 months. The 2026 Civic Hybrid, just 3.99% for 48 months. The 26 Honda HR-V, just 2.49% for 48 months. And the best-in-class 26 Honda CR-V Hybrid, just 2.49% for 36 months. Time to join the winning team at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your...
And good morning. It is 8:59. And hey, coming up here February 19th to the 21st, Church on the Move is having their 2026 Joy of Marriage Conference. This is a conference for married couples, and it's designed to strengthen your relationship, refresh your connection, and bring joy back to the center of your marriage. With this event, you can enjoy special guest speakers. They're going to have a delicious date night dinner and comedy show that's going to have you laughing together. It is really a great workshop. They've been doing it for years. Pastor Troy and his wife for many years ran it. Obviously, it's just him now, but check it out. Go to cotmroswell.com/JOM to learn more. cotmroswell.com/JOM. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. Amit Thomason. Now the federal agents will be able to arrest criminal illegal aliens in Minnesota jails instead of having to chase them in the streets. Trump border czar Tom Homan says he is ending the large-scale immigration crackdown in Minnesota.
Arresting a public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail is safer for the alien, it's safer for the officer, and safer for the community. I think we all can agree on that.
Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison is testifying this morning on Capitol Hill, a Senate hearing focusing on immigration enforcement. A fiery Attorney General Bondi clashed with Democrat lawmakers during a contentious hearing on Capitol Hill. The issue, her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Bondi says while the Biden administration sat on the Epstein files for 4 years, the Trump Justice Department has released millions of pages.
You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. I'm not going to put up with it.
A combative Bondi slung insults as she faced questions about the Justice Department's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician.
Bondi vigorously defended her department, but repeatedly refused to directly answer questions.
As Attorney General, you're siding with the perpetrators and you're ignoring the victims.
Greg Clugston, Washington.
As the San Francisco teacher strike drags on, the New York Post reports the teachers union is urging parents to refrain from homeschooling their children. The school district has provided parents with home study materials for their kids. Mexico sending 2 shiploads of humanitarian aid to Cuba as U.S. sanctions aggravate the communist island's energy crisis. On Wall Street, stocks are mixed. The Dow is up 36 points, while the Nasdaq trading 172 points lower. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Have you noticed losing weight is harder than it used to be? You're eating better and exercising, but the scale barely moves? The real problem isn't willpower, it's metabolic dysfunction.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace and Vienna
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Thursday to you. Hope your day is going well.
Yes, so far so good.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot going on. You know, it is the Salvation Army breakfast weekend. There's kind of a lot going on this weekend.
It's the Valentine's breakfast.
Valentine's, yeah. Got your, so I'm telling you, start your Valentine's Day. Go to the Salvation Army breakfast. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
I haven't told my wife yet, but that's what we're doing. I think she knows.
What's that? Your one day off? Wake up early. Well, the beauty is they serve that breakfast.
I know till like 11, so you can get there at 7, or you can get there,
Get there like 10:30 and do your brunch thing,
My average has usually been around 9. Usually around about 9 o'clock to roll up in there when I have my breakfast. So if you want to see me, I'm usually there.
Speaking of brunch, one of the places that we've been kind of eyeballing, and we're definitely going to have to go at some point. Guy Fieri's Flavortown Grill.
Yeah. I've been to one on a boat.
Oh, yeah?
Is it Carnival? Carnival, I don't know if they still do, but when I went on a Carnival ship, they all had Guy Fieri burger grills on them. So I had Guy Fieri burgers several times on there.
They do this, I think it's for like on weekdays, it's like $16 or $18, but it's all you can eat of 7 different entrees, and like they're all like insane. Like they have a brisket mac and cheese that they do, which is the one thing I'm really genuinely excited to try. But like these humongous like big breakfast platters and everything, of course, because it's Guy Fieri, is like redonkulously big.
Oh yeah.
So that's the thing though about going to an all-you-can-eat place and getting a giant portion of food, because I know my limitations now.
Yeah.
I can't put that much down anymore.
No.
That's why I'm more would be more apt to go to a place like a Wicked Spoon where you can try little bites of several things.
Well, see, and that's where this is where if I'm going to Vegas, I'm like, well, I'm going to save up my strength for the Bellagio buffet and go do that one.
That's the Bacchanal?
Yeah, that's what, and they only do it like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's not even, at least years ago, I don't know what they do now, but back when I was there. And that's the buffet where they do the caviar, all the fancy
crab legs and
crab and
there's a few of those.
That's where I had what's his thing? The thing that Ramsey always cooks.
The beef Wellington?
Beef Wellington, yeah. That's the first time I had that. Was at that buffet. So
Gordon walked up to Mike, put a piece of bread on either side of his head and said, "What do we have here?" Mike said, "Idiot sandwich, chef."
I'll take some of them orange ones now. Give me them orange eggs. That's right. Not the black ones, the orange. No, they're you know what? Caviar's overrated. I mean, it's all right. It's just...
Yeah, but it's like one of those things that's like, I want to just try to say
sure.
I did.
And
kind of like escargot. It's like, I know that there's nothing appealing about it to me, but I want to scratch it off the list.
Every time I've had escargot, and I've had it 3 or 4 times, it tastes like garlic and butter, because that's what it's... And every time I've had it, it's on a cruise ship, because it'll be like... Because on cruise ships, where they... Like, if you go to the dinner, like, you can order anything and everything. And so I always pick the weird foods, the things that were things I don't normally have. So usually when I'm on a cruise ship, escargot's one of those appetizers I always get, because I don't have that very often. Or some kind of other different fish or something. I will eat the weird frog legs or whatever it is. That's what I like doing.
That's one I do want to scratch off the list, but it's the one I'm the least excited about.
It tastes like chicken.
Well, that's the problem, is it tastes like chicken, but it's also, I've been told, kind of like fishy. Like it has a tendency to have kind of a fishy taste.
I didn't get a fish to it. I guess it depends on how you cook it.
Same thing with gator. I've heard a lot of people say gator has that kind of that fishiness to it.
Like if you fry it, it don't matter.
Takes off that game.
It's like eating popcorn shrimp or something at Long John's,
The other thing is, and this is something I recently encountered with literally one of my favorite foods. Don't think about the function of the thing that you're eating.
Yeah.
Because I was having liver and onions. I love liver and onions. Like literally one of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
And I just, for some reason, started thinking about what the liver actually does in a cow, especially.
Yeah.
And it just, I couldn't. I looked at it and I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this.
See, I've never had that problem.
It was the weirdest thing. It's never happened to me before. But yeah, you just don't think about the function of the thing that you're eating.
It's like first time I've only had Rocky Mountain oysters like once or twice.
Uh-huh.
But both times I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. I don't care. It tastes good.
Right. Like I've heard tongue is really, really good. Like it's a flavorful meat. It's tender. But the whole time, I'm just going to be thinking about making out with a cow.
Yeah. I grew up on crabs, so I'm kind of...
Did you get that checked out?
Well, I'm just saying, when you were raised on a food that literally it's got its own crap inside of it.
Yeah.
And you got to clean it to eat it. Things like tongue don't bug you so much anymore.
You get past, that's
like
understandable.
The one thing that's been a bridge too far for me, and it's just because I haven't found someone I'm willing to try theirs yet, is chitlins.
Okay.
I've grew up, people cooking them.
Mm-hmm.
It smells too much like poo for me to be like, I'm down with this.
Yeah.
Like I can visually, I can clean a thing, but if I smell the thing, I don't want the thing. And chitlins smell like poo.
Yeah,
and I don't want.
If I could find somebody who can make it properly, then
even
yes.
clean chitlins. Like I worked in a meat room. I've had a lot of jobs, but when I was a teenager, I worked in a meat room for a couple of years, and we'd sold all kinds of bulk meats and things, including 10-pound buckets of chitlins, and they were clean chitlins. But when them dang things broke and were thawed, oh my God, it reeked to high heaven.
Well, you got to imagine you've got tissue that's been exposed to a specific thing for a number of years. It's probably absorbed some of that flavor.
But people that cook them in the hot sauce, they swear by it.
I know.
Love it. I know. Now, and I get it. And I'm not like I grew. This is also the same place where we eat scrapple, things like that, which I love. And I ain't gonna lie. I do this every time, and it's going to happen again. Every time I say the word scrapple, I'm going to get 30 things on my phone about scrapple now.
Well, I looked the last time we talked about it. It's like next to impossible to find around here.
Around here it is. But I got all kinds of rate my scrapples and all these other scrapples.
Right.
And now it's come to the point that next time I go back to Maryland, that's going to be a thing. I'm going to say, Chris, because Chris, my brother, always like, any place you want to go? And because usually a couple, I have I was like, someplace that has scrapple. I got to have scrapple because I've been talking about scrapple for 2 years and I ain't had scrapple. So let's do this scrapple.
Let's do
Get
it.
this thing itch scratched and done with. So
I got to imagine it can't be that hard to come up with the stuff to make it, from scratch. Scratch scrapple?
Yeah.
Scratch scrapple.
Well, and I remember years ago watching a food. I don't think it was Diners, Drives, and Dive, but it may have been. If it wasn't, it was a show very similar to that.
Yeah.
And they were talking about this diner in Santa Fe. And I think the guy was from like Pennsylvania or someplace back east where it was big scrapple country. And he used to make big vats of his own scrapple. And
it's called Harry's Roadhouse.
Okay.
It's apparently it's
still around?
Yeah, it's a long-standing Santa Fe restaurant known for its unique, colorful atmosphere, comfort food with a southwestern twist that includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner, yada yada. But yeah, they're known for their they feature scrapple.
Okay.
On their menu.
Well, maybe I need to make a trek.
Yeah, put it this way: I googled Scrapple Santa Fe, and that's what came up. So
Scrapple Santa Fe.
That's got to be it. So there you go.
Okay.
It's the good news is it's not too far of a pilgrimage. You could
Santa Fe.
knock that bad boy out in a day.
I wouldn't do it this time of year with all the legislative stuff going on, but after that's all over with.
Think of the elbows you could rub.
Yeah. I'll go in March.
Think of the throats you could punch.
I'll go in March. Yeah. But I'm gonna put that on. Maybe I'll plan a weekend thing, and Kim and I will go and spend a weekend in Santa Fe, and I'll go eat scrapple, and we'll stay at some place.
There are certain things that boggle my mind about Mike's tastes, like scrapple. Sure, load up a plate, knock it out. Crab, got to clean its nonsense out of its shell. I'll have 10. Ketchup on your eggs, sir. Get the hell out of my establishment.
Savage.
It's like you're lying. It's like you don't have a line. You have like a. It's like a.
It is. It's very juxtaposition. Then
it's kind of like the Canadian border.
Yeah, it's a mix of ghetto and bougie. It's a mix of old South and white cornbread.
Right.
I mean, it's a whole mix of everything. But then again, I'll judge you for your eggs, but I'll put ketchup and Kraft mac and cheese in a heartbeat. And so
I got to tell you, that's not that odd. Now that
people judge me hard when I do it.
Well, and I can't remember how I pointed this out last time we talked about this.
Yeah.
I think we did. I think I did. I think I might have Alzheimer's. In the song "If I Had $1 Million" by the Bare Naked Ladies, they literally talk about Kraft dinner, which is what they call Kraft mac and cheese in Canada.
Yeah.
And they say, and buy really expensive ketchups for it. Like all the fanciest ketchups. He goes, Dijon ketchup.
Maybe I'm just into Canadian cuisine.
You're just out for a rip, bud.
Although
that's all that is.
As much as I like poutine, it's just French fries with gravy on it. Don't be coming at me like it's something fancy.
French fries with cheese and gravy.
Oh, sorry. Don't come at me.
Right. Cheese.
Like you're making something fancy.
And the squeaky cheese.
Yeah.
The one that I don't get, the Canadian cuisine that I don't get, because I've seen how they make it, is Donair.
What is Donair?
So it's like a pita kind of, or a flatbread thing. They make it with, I think, like lamb or whatever. But what throws me off is the sauce, the Donair sauce, which is what makes.
So is it Mediterranean or Greek, or is it Canadian?
It's very Canadian, because the sauce is like, it's like sweetened condensed, sweetened condensed milk, and like I'll have to find the recipe, but it's like a super sweet sauce that they put on this like savory sandwich, and they swear by it. But I'm like, I don't know, man. It looks like, I've watched them make the sauce. It's like a mayonnaise and then like sweetened condensed milk, and it's a very weird sauce that they do.
I'm trying to think. It's like a sweet tartar, maybe.
It's let me try to find the recipe, or the mixins.
But I'd try it.
I would be. I mean, I'd try it, but it doesn't seem like it's something that I would enjoy.
It doesn't seem Canadian to me. Is the whole lamb and pita bread thing reeks Mediterranean?
Okay, so it's sweet, tangy, and garlicky is how they describe the sauce. It's like a substitute for like a tzatziki sauce. But it's usually made with like with lots of garlic. It's got like I said, the sweetened condensed milk in it, and Donair. It actually kind of looks like a giant like bagel. Kind of. It's got a.
I imagine you probably like it, because I imagine it's kind of like because some of those sauces in the Greek, don't they use yogurt?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I would imagine it's probably just a version of their yogurt kind of thing.
We had this at our Super Bowl thing. We had a street taco like bowl with like the corn and the beans and stuff, and she made this like, it was specifically a street taco sauce, but it tasted just like a tzatziki because it was yogurt based. And you don't realize it because there's really not a lot of flavor in yogurt until you mix it with other things. Then that yogurtiness really comes through.
Although I have decided Greek yogurt is a little bit of a bridge too far for me.
Greek yogurt can be cloying, but it depends on what you mix into it.
Like I had one with blueberry, and I was not a fan.
I'll tell you what you do. This is the best way to enjoy Greek yogurt. Get those. I don't know if it's Oikos or who makes it. I should, because my son loves them. It's those cups that have the little cup of toppings.
I got one at the house. I got a s'mores one.
You tip in the cup. Yeah, that's Greek yogurt.
I know, but I haven't tried that one yet.
The s'mores one is actually
okay.
The s'mores one and the strawberry cheesecake one are my son's two favorites.
Okay.
So they're real good.
I just tried the Oikos blueberry Greek yogurt. Was not a fan. I'd rather have the Yoplait regular yogurt.
Greek yogurt takes a lot more sugar or sweetness to get it down. I feel like it's a lot more like, I think it's because it's thicker and has kind of more of that like bitterness to it.
Yeah, it's bitter. It's a little more bitter, whereas the other was not. So.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just new to the
way
yogurt
better for
game.
you.
Yeah.
You want to talk about them good probiotics? It's Greek yogurt, bud.
All right. Well, let's see how
Mike's like, I got this the yogurts that I've been trying to come in tubes.
Yeah.
Those are Go-Gurt.
I haven't gotten
that doesn't count. Trix yogurt is back.
Is it?
Yeah.
So is the yogurt Trix cereal in it?
It's yogurt that's flavored like Trix.
Oh, okay.
Which, when I was a kid, was just basically like corn syrup.
Yeah.
Essentially, as I remember it, but with a hint of like it tastes like blue. All
I remember is I liked Fruit Loops better.
Really? Over
did.
Trix?
I did.
I like Trix because each piece had its own flavor.
Yeah.
Whereas with Fruit Loops, the flavor is fruit.
It is, but I just like that fruit. I liked the overall.
Mm-hmm.
It's just them and Apple Jacks.
I will
the same way.
say that from an olfactory perspective, the smell from a fresh box of Fruit Loops is better than the smell from a fresh box of Trix.
Yeah.
But I feel like I get more from the flavor from Trix.
Yeah. Now, that being said, I didn't go into the fruit world that often.
Mm-hmm.
But if I did, it was usually Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks.
Okay. I got to ask you, what's your one seed cocoa cereal.
Now that hits me in a different moment because sometimes it's Cocoa Puffs.
Okay.
Sometimes it's the Count.
Okay. The Count, I feel like is kind of just you're just bringing marshmallows to the game. That's really the big.
But sometimes I like that. To be honest, the Pebbles are my least favorite of the chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
Now see, that's where you and I differ because I will literally in the cocoa world, I would put Pebbles at my one seed. It's the cereal that makes the milk chocolatiest the fastest.
It does. Now that it does, it's a different tasting chocolate to me that I don't like. Is like it works on a puff. It doesn't work on a crispy to me as much. Okay. Like I prefer regular Rice Krispies to chocolate Rice Krispies.
Now I will say I prefer regular Rice Krispies over all those. But then again, I'm also the kind of person that likes regular cornflakes.
And I love to pour sugar on the
Rice Krispies.
Well, and it's because it's a sense memory. I remember as a kid, my grandma doing that, and then you get the little scoop of sugar in the milk in the Rice Krispie.
Yeah,
you know how good that is.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
it is the best. That was my dad's go-to cereal when we were a kid was Total. So it was always Total or Total Raisin Bran was in the house, and I would throw some sugar on top of that, and you'd have that last bite. And you'd scrape the bottom of the bowl, and it would be mostly that kind of translucent milk-colored sugar.
Yeah,
it's the best.
It was. And I preferred that to even the Cocoa Puff.
Oh, a spoonful of sugar?
Yeah.
I'm shocked. This just in. Mike prefers a spoonful of sugar to cereal.
But in my younger days, the actual first chocolate one I liked was one that was similar to Cocoa Puffs called Crazy Cow.
Okay.
And it was I don't think you...
It's the store brand?
Yeah, I don't think it exists anymore. I hadn't seen it in years. But there was a time in middle school where my one seed was S'mores Crunch.
Ooh, I do remember S'mores Crunch.
It's different than the s'mores variations they have today.
Now,
it was different. It was almost like a Golden Grams with chocolate and marshmallows. It was very good.
I haven't looked to see if the cereal's available today, so I might be way off.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about nostalgia in a bowl? Is the Rice Krispies Treats cereal?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that from back in the day? That was the best.
Yeah.
That and Waffle Crisp were the two were my top two. And again, that was mostly for just the smell because the Rice Krispie Treat cereal, it always had that butter smell to it.
Right.
And you could not if you open a box of Waffle Crisp, that room. It was just maple flavored now.
Yeah.
That whole room just smelled of maple.
You know what cereal was very popular that I hated? And to this day still grosses me out? Sugar Smacks.
Really?
Hated those.
Okay, so
the sticky, nasty Sugar Smacks.
Sugar Smacks and Golden Crisps are basically the same thing, right?
No. Sugar Smacks were sticky.
Well, so are Golden Crisps.
Oh, are they? I didn't think
See, here's the thing. We always called it, growing up,
Sugar Smacks are almost like sticky sweet corn nuts almost.
We called
very
them
weird.
Golden Butts because they have the
Yeah. I never liked those. Because they would congeal to one big smack. I didn't like them.
It's exactly what...
I never liked those. Was not a fan.
Yeah, because we had the other one, Golden Krispies, but that was... Golden Crisp, that's what it was.
You know what other cereals were gross, but you bought them anyway because of nostalgia? Was any video game themed cereal. Donkey Kong, Mr. T.
You could just say any
Pac-Man.
cereal that was made by the Ralston Purina Company.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, that was a big thing. You'd have Pac-Man cereal.
Yeah.
I remember the one that was like the big hit in my house, at least, was the Nintendo Cereal System. They called it the system because the NES had just come out, and it was 2 separate bags of cereal.
Yeah.
You had your Super Mario cereal, your Mario Brothers one with like the turtle shell marshmallows, and a Legend of Zelda cereal.
I remember Zelda.
It had like little sword marshmallows in it.
Yeah, our guest isn't here.
I haven't seen or heard anybody yet.
It's supposed to be John. He says he's running late, but he sneaks in. So
he does. He's very like Phantom-esque.
He's sneaky.
But that, and then the other one, and I think I mentioned this to you off air the other day, but when the Batman movie came out, the Tim Burton Batman movie, the tie-in was they had a Batman cereal, and the big thing there, and you could still find this like in collector's editions for like $200, but like it came in a cellophane sealed thing with a Batman coin bank, and it was like on the front of the box. It was just like the Batman arms crossed pose, and you'd put the coins like into his abs, essentially, or was the back of his head? Yeah, it was the back of his head. Then it was just the waist up.
Gotcha.
And then you could undo the thing at the bottom.
Plug at the bottom.
Coins.
Yeah. Okay.
His weird plug where the Anyways,
they don't give enough banks out in cereal.
They don't give enough anything out in cereal. I remember color change spoons were a big deal too.
Yeah. Well, the 1 seed were always the alphabet license plates. Those were always the 1 seed prize toy in a cereal. Those were I hated. I'm not even a fan of alphabets, but I got it just to get the stupid license plate.
Nowadays, and this is the sad thing is nowadays it's all like, well, most of it's through like, you get like $5 in Roblox Play or something.
Send things in.
But that was always the bane of my existence back in the day is, send 2 proofs of purchase along with $5.95 shipping to. First of all, I could do the proof of purchase thing, fine. Mm-hmm. Where am I going to come up with the price of shipping as a 10-year-old boy?
99 cents or.
And you're going to ask me then to mail something in? I don't think so.
I remember putting 99 cents in an envelope with those things and doing that once and knowing all that and getting. It was something for Wonder Bread.
I did one. It was Kellogg's, and you had to tear off it was Kool-Aid. It was Kool-Aid because they had the little Kool-Aid stamps, and you tear those off and you send it in, you get like stuff. And I think I got like a hat or something like that. It was one of those like hypercolor hats because it changed colors like when you touched it.
I also collected people's Marlboro miles too. Remember that?
Yes. Kids today don't understand. Like, back in the day, the standards for dress code at school was very lax. You could rock your Camel, Joe Camel shirts to school and stuff.
I always used to make me laugh. I'm like, for 5 gazillion Marlboro miles, you can get this high adventure backpack. Yeah. I'm like, if you're smoking that many cigarettes, you're gonna need it to carry your oxygen tank.
I took it at a high altitude. Yeah,
who's smoking this much for a kayak?
My dad smoked Dourals, and their loyalty program was a little bit different.
Was it?
Instead of giving you the chance to get a kayak, you tear off the labels on the top.
Yeah.
And he would collect, like, he'd keep them in an envelope, and you'd collect, like, I don't know, 250 or 300 or however many you had to have.
Yeah.
And you send them in, and they send you a free carton of cigarettes.
It's more cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's
They reward your cigarette smoking with more cigarettes.
All right.
That was
At least that makes sense.
And he regularly was getting free cartons. So, I mean, that's how much my dad was putting down.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying, the incentive programs were so much better. I think, and I know that the apps make it a lot more convenient now, but I really miss the days of a punch card.
Yeah.
Something about that tactile feel of handing somebody something, they have to like find the hole punch and put the stamp in it.
I was always a fan of the Subway ones.
Yeah, the Sub Club.
You get the 10 subs or whatever, and you get your 10th one free or whatever it was.
Yeah, I know now it's 4 foot, your 4th foot long is free. Yeah. That's a better deal, but it's not as fun.
Yeah. Well, you also had to keep the card in your wallet.
Mm-hmm. It gets all deteriorated. And
I ain't gonna lie, I had about 30 Papa Murphy ones.
Yeah? I never did the Papa Murphy ones.
It was the problem was I had like 3 Papa Murphy's cards, each with like 1 or 2 stamps.
Because you never bring the
card. Can I combine these to one stamp card? And they always give you dirty looks. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Everybody had their own proprietary stamps, so you couldn't like go in after the fact and put your own in.
Yeah. Yeah, those are gone the way of the dodo.
Uh-huh.
So, but so's 99-cent ringtones, I guess, too, right? Remember those?
It is pretty funny the links we would go to get ringtones back in the day.
Right.
And then the commercials. Oh my God, the commercials. The own it now. And it was just like a snippet of a Britney Spears song or the Crazy Frog. Those were the worst.
Oh yeah.
Bum. Yeah.
Yep. I don't like any of them. All right. I don't think John's here yet, but Oh, John's here. I didn't know he was here.
Make yourself known, tiny man. Come on now.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's do weather.
You're too quiet.
Let's do weather, take a quick break, and then John LeMay will join us here from the Historical Society. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We're looking nice today, but we have rain on the way by tomorrow. Big storm system moving out of the desert southwest. Sunshine and low 70s for today's high. Overnight, some clouds and mid-40s. It looks like we'll have a pretty good chance of showers most of the day on Friday. Mid-60s on the high. Rain on Friday night. A few lingering showers Saturday. Sunny Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
How do you find a roofing contractor you can trust? You can randomly pick one, cross your fingers and hope for the best. Or maybe you can ask a psychic to predict who's trustworthy. Here's a better idea. Choose one who prefers using America's most trusted roofing brand, Owens Corning. And rest easy, because Owens Corning screens their contractors for reliability, professionalism, and customer service. Why take any chances? Owens Corning, trusted contractors, proven products. For an Owens Corning preferred contractor, visit owenscorning.com/roofing.
For a free estimate, give Do Right Roofing a call today. 575-623-2273.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Hey Roswell, it's tax season, and your friends at Roswell Ford have an offer you're gonna love. We don't need your tax refund. Really? Correct. I'm not kidding. Don't wait for your tax refund. Right now, at Roswell Ford, you can buy a new Ford with zero down and no payments for 90 days. Still making payments on your current car, truck, or SUV? Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to get you released, even if you owe thousands more than your trade is worth, so you can get massive savings on a great selection of new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles. Worried your credit is not getting any love? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if your credit is less than perfect. Roswell Ford makes buying a new or quality pre-owned vehicle fast, fun, and easy. So don't wait for your tax refund. Get huge American-made savings right now. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval. Offers not combined on select vehicles.
Jesus gives the following instructions. Love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. If someone slaps you on one cheek, turn to them the other also. If someone takes your coat, don't withhold your shirt from them. Give to everyone who asks, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, don't demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Jesus is calling us to do the opposite of our natural tendencies. He calls us to be different, to stand out for good, to be light and not darkness. He calls us to lead by being servants. As you go through this week, practice putting someone else's needs ahead of your own. Pray for someone who's hurt you. Don't retaliate when someone offends you. See what difference it makes in your heart. You may be surprised by the outcome. You may not, but whatever happens, you'll be following the teachings of Jesus, and that's always the right choice to make.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 34 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, John LeMay is back with us. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Mike.
How are you doing today?
Doing good.
And joining us on the phone this morning, Linda Sanchez is back with us. Linda, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Well, welcome, and good to have you back on the show. How's life been treating you, Linda?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Good deal. Good. Glad to hear. Well, good news is Linda's going to be back here in Roswell with us here on March 1st as we have our Women's History Month celebration event that's going to be taking place at the Historical Society here. John, just before we get talking to Linda, just kind of give just a little bit of what the event's going to be about here.
Sure. So on is it Saturday, March 1st?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mix up my Saturdays and my Sundays. That's what it is. But yes, Saturday, March 1st, Linda's going to give a talk on her mentor, Eve Ball.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Women's History Month celebration just because we got a lot of cool things this past year relating to female writers and historians. Like we got donated a painting that Ernestine Chester Williams did. And then
nice.
Linda was gracious enough to donate Eve Ball's interview chair, and just with all those items coming in at once, we just thought, it's a good time to do that.
Absolutely. And of course, with of course, that'll be March 1st with Linda, and then they're going to be doing a book signing event on March 7th, the next Saturday as well here too. So it's kind of a busy month here. But now, Linda, we had chatted with you a few months ago when you were in town here, and we talked about Eve, and for folks, hopefully they got their beak wet last time, and then they can come visit here on March 1st and get a little more in depth with you on talking about Eve Ball.
Yes, I have quite a bit planned to talk about, and I also have some artifacts that I will be showing and telling about that I found or that were given to me from Eve Ball's files. That's why I'm calling this presentation an archaeological adventure through the files of Eve Ball.
Okay. Well, and this is always, I'm a guy that loves...
A lot of us...
I'm sorry.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry. I was just saying, and this sounds fun to me because I love artifacts. Like I love the stories of people, but you hand me the pen that they wrote the thing with, or the book that they, I love that kind of stuff. So it sounds like this has a lot of Eve memorabilia in that regard.
I think the people that attend will really enjoy the variety and the authenticity of these items. Mm-hmm. And, for example, in the exhibit now on display at the Archive Center, there are 3 bullets, 4570 cartridges, really. And I talked to you about them the last time we visited. And they were Yanosha's bullets that he hid in his hair during his 27 years of imprisonment as a POW. So I will be talking about Yanosha and those bullets, and I will also have a jewelry box that belongs to the mother of Porfirio Diaz. And most people know that he was the dictator of Mexico for 35 years and actually was the cause of the Mexican Revolution. So how the heck did Eve Ball get a jewelry box that belonged to his mother? And so those are some stories that I will present when I talk about the different artifacts.
Yeah, it is. Last time when we had a chance to talk to you, we really got to talk about just some of the amazing life that is Eve Ball and her chronicling of history and the things that she's done. And then, like you said, we talked a little bit about the people that helped her do it along the way, and that's what some of these artifacts and the people they get to meet. But it's so cool that when you have a person like her that got to see so many different things in history and then share it and chronicle it. And to me, that's just it's like she got to be in the room and meet the people and do the thing that we got to, and so that's what makes it so fascinating to me to hear all that stuff. So for folks that really don't really know that much about Eve, I hope you come to the event on March 1st and first off learn about how amazing this woman is, but then hear and see some of the adventures and some of the people that she's met and some of the things she experienced. I hope people take all of that in. They come and see the cool artifacts, but they really encompass the whole story that is Eve Ball.
I think they will really enjoy it, and I'm always open for questions, of course. And I think there are about 5 or 6 different artifacts representing different periods of time, and they were all just hidden away in her files. And I think put them in there and forgot about them, and then 25 years later, this curious person named Linda Sanchez, when she was helping her and working with her, found these things, and I asked, well, what in the world is this, or why do you have this written down like such and such? And I just found, and I think John would be interested in this, I found some correspondence from the 30s and 40s about gold, and that also included the famous New Mexico atom diggings.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm very excited to see that.
Very cool.
Yeah, so they were planning on going back into that area and then across the border into Mexico for more gold. And the American public has always been bloodthirsty and gold hungry.
Absolutely.
That's what Evo said. So, I think that's partially true.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, most of the stories of the Wild West, gold, or if not gold, silver or something precious metal was right behind the story involved with it, usually. So.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. So, so for folks, we would love to invite folks to come out on March 1st. It'll be that Sunday at the Historical Society, and Linda will be there from 2 till about 3:30. And you can sit and talk with her about Eve and see some of the artifacts. And I'm sure Linda's got, if you've got you want to hear some stories, hear some things attached to this, Linda will be happy to share all that with you and talk with you, and hopefully maybe pique your interest to maybe even do your own little research and reading about her. So.
Oh yes, I Eve always was interested in education, and I insist that we teach history in a better way than we do, and parents out there need to do that too. Not only teach your own family history, but insist that the school system actually teach history and not just, the dates and underline the important factors in the chapter. That's so boring, and it turns off so many people. But anyway, as a former history teacher, that's the way I feel.
Sure.
Eve also was very, very, she had a rough time with professors and other historians with regard to accepting oral history.
Mm-hmm.
And oral history, it definitely has a part in the mosaic that we call history. And sometimes it can reveal things that we would never have imagined if somebody hadn't interviewed this person or that woman or, whatever. And Eve was always, the people trusted her. And when you trust someone, you tend to open up a little more.
Sure. Well, and I think stories and people like her and yourself for that matter, whereas when we get in talking about history and John also to this, we get people think of history and wrap up history and think it's about times, dates, locations, and places and who begat whom to what in this location and all this other thing. And I'm like, the real history is the feelings, the sentiment, what. Okay, yes, we know Billy the Kid was here doing this at what time, but what was the feeling? Why was the mindset behind it? Why was that? And that's where the real fun history is learning through other people's eyewitness accounts, through other and generally speaking. Especially when you get to oral history and Wild West stuff, things do get embellished and changed over the years, or people's perspectives of things change. But when you get enough people's different perspective of the thing, you tend to get a clear picture of that person saw it from this angle. And to me, that's the fun part of history is that not so much, we know what happened here at this event, but what was the mindset behind it? What were people thinking? I
think this is a really good place for me to chime in on why I like Eve Ball, because it's exactly everything you just said, Mike.
Yeah.
So I don't have time to read for recreation and enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Everything I read has to do with something I'm working on. So she wrote a book called Ma'am Jones of the Pecos about the Carlsbad, Seven Rivers region and a family that lived there. I was just going to use that book's index for information on Ash Upson.
Okay.
And kind of just take what I needed from it, and that was all I was going to do. But I started reading it, and I literally could not put the book down. And I read it purely for recreation
enjoyment
in like the course of 2 days, because I just couldn't put it down. And it's because she wrote it as a historical novel, but it's everything that she could was based on fact. And yes, she had some supposed dialogue.
Sure.
But you're right, Mike. I mean, that's why people like her, is you could sit down and read that book and become immersed in it, and you still learn the history.
Absolutely. Yeah, the feeling behind it, and and then you start to put yourself in that situation and say, would I react the same way had I be put in that situation? And that's, to me, that's part of the fun of the history. To me, is kind of, what would I have been like in that situation? Kind of thing. Does that make sense to you, Linda, at all, what we're talking about?
Yes. A lot of people say, well, what do a bunch of old Indians know? They're going to, elaborate and make up stories, and the same for the Anglo and the Hispanic old-timers. But, for example, with the Native Americans, they had no system of writing, and most of them at that time did not read or write. And so the only way they had of sending messages or learning about their own history was through oral communication.
Gotcha.
And he said that she had heard the same story from the same person in almost the exact same words several times over many years. So, they really got into the method of repeating, because repeating is how young people learn things. Or if they had to send a message to another area during a battle, you had to be able to take things down in your mind because you didn't write it down.
Sure.
And so when they did that, it became such a habit that they are believable, and those were not lies like a lot of people say, well, what do a bunch of old guys know? Well, they know a heck of a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's and to me that's and for like yourself and Eve, to me that's what I admire is they understand the importance of capturing those testimonies, those accounts, because it's kind of like today where you see a lot of folks that want to interview, like for instance World War II veterans, and they like to get them on video to talk with them, so because we're losing that generation, we don't have many left. And so we want to preserve those memories and everything. And so, that Eve is kind of like that, before the days of cameras and video recordings and things like that to archive stuff. She did preserving the history of these people, their stories that quite frankly, this stuff all disappears after a couple hundred years. I mean, we know so much, like for instance, we know a lot about history in the 1860s and various parts of the world, but there's so much we've lost to that history, the stories, the people to it, that, even things like cabins and buildings and structures, they disappear and go away, but through people's arts, through people's books, we are able to capture and remember what those things were like, and Linda was really a pioneer in that. I mean, Linda is too, but Eve was definitely a pioneer in some of that work. It's to me I hope people come and learn and appreciate what she did there. So I hope they use this opportunity to do so.
And she was a wonderful speaker as well, and I took her to many different places for her speeches at that time. And she even paid for my tickets and called me Leadfoot Linda. And I said, well, the speed limit is a certain way, and this is what we're going to do. And I had a 1977 International Scout, and she loved it. And it had dual mufflers, and she would giggle when she got in, and she'd say, well, let's go, Leadfoot Linda.
Nice. Too bad you don't have that Scout anymore. That's probably, that vehicle might be worth money nowadays. Very good. But we would love folks to come out and see Linda here again. It's going to be happening at the archives facility there at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Sunday, March 1st, here in about 2 weeks or so. It's only about 2 weeks away. It's crazy. It's going to be from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Come and Linda will be doing her presentation about Eve Ball. And come experience the stories, learn about the with this side, it's kind of the archaeological, so you get to see some of the pieces that inspired some of the stories and some of the people that were connected to these pieces, and hear their accounts and things like that. And Linda does a really great job of through her books and through her stories. So you get a chance to pick her brain, and you don't get a chance to do that very often. So I highly recommend you come and
I'll be there, Mike. I'll be there a little bit early to set things up and to visit with folks as they come into the archives.
Awesome.
And also they'll be able to see the exhibit that we had from November to now, and it's just a beautiful exhibit.
Oh, it is.
The staff put in. Have you seen it?
I have, yes. It's amazing. Yeah, it looks great. And I'm going to be available this time, March 1st. Last time you were in town, I can't remember exactly what happened, but that day got really crazy on me. Something happened at house and work, and I think it was around football or something. It just got nuts on me that day, so I never got there. But March 1st is a much more free date on my dance card, so we'll be good.
Well, that sounds great. I'll look forward to seeing you. But if you're carrying a sack of rotten tomatoes, I'm going to run.
No, I don't carry rotten food. My food's too valuable to waste. Well, Linda, is there anything we that you want to mention on your end that we didn't get a chance to talk about before we let you get back to it?
Well, I'm going to be presenting a lot of different topics, and we'll be talking about gold bars and buried money, and certain artifacts that the Apaches used for everyday life, and the jewelry box that belonged to Porfirio Diaz's mother. And all of these things represent our regional history, and I just do need to emphasize the importance of teaching history in our schools in a fun way and financing field trips, because I've had so many students tell me when I saw them as adults in later life, oh, I just loved our trip to Santa Fe, and I wish we could have had more trips like that. You know, they're expensive, but they're worthwhile because they plant those seeds that grow into a beautiful walnut or oak tree, and it creates a different perspective in every student. So those are some of the things that are important as well. And I don't know, John and I have known each other for, what is it, John, about 10 or 12 years?
Yes, ma'am. I believe it might even be longer than that. It might even be closer to 15.
Well, it could be. Gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I do just want to interject about what you said about kids. Kids can't act like they're enjoying themselves around other kids. They have to pretend like it's boring, but later they'll admit to you how much they enjoyed it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think that's very true. They do enjoy these things. They just can't act like it.
You gotta look cool doing it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand. But, well, that's for me as a kid. For me, too, I was like that. I read all this stuff, but outwardly, I didn't tell anybody, you know. But we would look forward to seeing you here on March 1st, Linda, and we are excited to hear some new stories and see some new stuff, and I look forward to meeting you face to face too.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate your visiting with me, and I look forward to seeing you and giving you trouble if you're not there.
I will take it this time. We should be good. I've got I've come hell or high water. I'm going to be there.
Or we'll set up your cardboard cutout we have of you.
Oh yes, my big scary cutout. Maybe. You don't want that thing around. That thing's nerve wracking. So, Linda, as always, thank you very much, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Linda.
Bye. All right, there is Linda Sanchez. Please, Mark, if you got time, come join us between 2 and 3:30 p.m. here on March 1st. You'll be glad you come by and visit, and I think you'll be really impressed with what she has to say. And then come on March 7th, right, the next Saturday, or Sunday, they're going to be, I'm sorry, that is Saturday, March 7th. That'll be from 2 to 3:30 p.m. They're going to be doing a book signing of some of our famous female authors as well. And I think you're going to be around, too.
Yeah, and we'll also have, in addition to the Eve Ball exhibit, we'll have an exhibit also, in addition to that, covering people like Peggy Stokes, Ernestine Chester Williams, Amelia Bolton Church, Esther Goddard. Don't mean to leave anybody out, but just being brief, just other female writers and historians from the area. We'll have an exhibit on them as well.
Yeah, so that's all for celebrating March here in Women's History Month. And then, of course, don't forget anything else. If you want to set up tours and everything, don't hesitate to reach out, RoswellNMHistory.org. If you're looking for books, some of these books we're going to be selling at the book signings. You can pick them up on our website right now, Roswell, at the RoswellNMHistory.org.
Donna Burchell has a new book out. She won't be able to make the book signing, unfortunately, but her new book, we've got it in stock.
That's the Haunted Restaurants. Yeah.
So we've got it in stock if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like, because now I want to do a food crawl of haunted restaurants around New Mexico. How many of them are still open and things like that? Yeah, that sounds right in my wheelhouse. So have a haunted sandwich at 10 different places, something like that. So, and then of course John's latest books are all up there as well too. So.
Yeah, South Springs, the South Springs Ranch book, the pictorial history, that's out. We've got it. So
good deal.
If you live in Roswell, please get one from the museum as opposed to on Amazon.
RoswellNMHistory.org, and that it helps John out, but also helps out the historical society too. So, and Peter Hurd prints. I know Mother's Day, Father's Day, they're not too far away too here. I know we're only in February, but they're around the corner. Get plotting, planning now. So good deal. Is there anything else we missed, John?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the visit. Always, he kind of got to sit here and look pretty most of the time. Linda did the heavy lifting today. So we appreciate you, John. We'll see you next time here. Thanks, and again, Roswell NM History, please go there and join us on March 1st. It's going to be a great event here. Good deal. Well, thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
All right, it is 9:56. Let's pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Now that federal agents will be able to arrest criminal illegal aliens in Minnesota jails instead of having to chase them in the streets, Trump Borders Czar Tom Homan says he is ending the large-scale immigration crackdown in Minnesota. Minnesota's Attorney General Keith Ellison testifying this morning on Capitol Hill. It's a Senate hearing that focuses on immigration enforcement. A fiery Attorney General Bondi clashing with Democratic lawmakers during a contentious hearing on Capitol Hill. At issue, her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Although every single House Democrat except for one voted against it, the SAVE Act has cleared the House. It's headed to the Senate now. A Republican-backed bill would require voter ID to prevent non-citizens from casting ballots in federal elections. On Wall Street, the Dow up 35 points, NASDAQ down 172. More details, srnnews.com.
Accelerate your expectations at Roswell Nissan with double your down payment, up to $2,000 towards your next vehicle. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 25 Muranos and 26 Rogues and Muranos. How about $3,000 bonus cash on all 25 Altimas? And with double your down payment on the pre-owned lot, you'll save like never before. And in service, take 15% off parts sold at counter. Accelerate your expectations all month long at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Hi, can I help you?
I'm here to make hot your home.
You're not Fergie's.
I have right tools for a job.
Well, you may have the proper tools, but do you know how to use them?
I learn on Croatian YouTube.
Oh no, baby. Just because they have the equipment don't mean they can get the job done. Let Fergie's work their mojo on your heating and AC unit. 622-2660.
Fergalicious. You've got questions about college. Eastern New Mexico University has the answers. Join us Saturday, March 21st for the Spring Open House in Portales. It's your chance to meet faculty, talk to current students, and learn more about financial aid, housing, and more. We'll have plenty of awesome door prizes, including several $500 scholarships. Don't just leave with a pamphlet, leave with a plan. Come experience ENMU in Portales. Register now at enmu.edu/open house or call 575-562-2178.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax-free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job.